Sound check. Hello. Can thou hear me? I forgot to unmute my mic. Hello, I was just moving the camera. Welcome casuals. I haven't streamed in a month, so I'm a bit out of things. But welcome. Welcome to stream. This will probably go on YouTube, so if you're on YouTube, welcome to stream. We are here today to do the side quests of Thavnair and Razat Ham on Final Fantasy 14. I wasn't going to stream, if I'm being honest. I'm still not completely there in the mood, but 6.1.5 comes out on Tuesday, and I know certain side quests are going to need to be done to unlock certain stuff in that, so I figured what better time to force myself to actually get in the mood than now. How are you doing, Mimerick? And hello, Sandy, how are you doing? So, yeah, welcome. Forgive me if I'm a little slow, maybe take breaks, but, you know, I've not streamed in a month, it's going to be hard for me to talk a lot, and this is definitely going to take some talking. So, let's begin. Such a precious trinket, yet its owner makes no effort to come and retrieve it. I do hope this doesn't mean... I am good, Sunday. Well, if it isn't a brave soul who protected us from the beasts, and perfect timing no less, might I ask you a small favour? I'm looking for the owner of a missing item, you see. I was just cleaning up the shop when I found this unravelled woven band under the counter. A husband and wife visited here the other day, and I'm quite certain it belongs to them. I was hoping to return it to its rightful owner, but they've not stopped by since. I fear the worst, but I am holding out hope that they are well. I would search for them myself, but I cannot leave the shop unattended. Might you be so kind as to go in my stead? I believe the wife mentioned she was an alchemist at the High Crucible. For the life of me, I cannot remember her name, though I do recall that she had long and striking red hair. What is that emoji, Mimerick? How is the sound quality, Sandy? Right. Apologies if this isn't going to be the most entertaining of streams, because it is Sidequest, so you know. But for those of them watching, you probably either don't play Final Fantasy 14 or have no intention of doing every single Sidequest in the game, so I am here to relieve you of your burdens, and you can learn the lore through me being a Sada. Gotta remember that my camera's up there, because I see my camera at the bottom of my screen, like where it is on the stream, in stream, that is where it is on my TV. It takes up space on my screen, I can't like hide it from myself. A band, you say? It isn't mine, that's for certain. We were nowhere near Merahide at the time. Fortunately, my loved ones and I all escaped harm. I can hope the same is true for the person you seek. I was going to say, can I jump this? No. You know, I don't believe I've actually been down here. I probably have, but... I fear you must be mistaken, for I know of no band. That said, I too have loved ones I have not seen since that horrible day. I do hope your friend is safe. But I fear I have no time for chatter. All I can do is focus on saving who I can and pray that I will see my friends again. Now if you will excuse me. Fuck off, stream elements. Oh, there's a long red head. Yes, we were at Merahide when the final days came, but what of it? Forgive me, I still find it hard to remember that day. My band, I was wondering where it had gone. My husband gave me this, and now it is all I have to remember him by. Stubborn to the end, that one. He distracted the beast so that I was able to flee, then went off to save the others. The Radiant Host found me later. They told me he was gone, with not even a corpse left to bury. To tell the truth, I have been at a loss ever since. How do I carry on knowing that he gave his life for mine? So, we had so many plans, what our home would look like, what our children's name would be. And now nothing, just a circle of woven thread he once slipped on my wrist, and the memory of how happy we were to share our lives with each other. So I go on living, because anything else would tarnish that memory. Forgive me my outburst, it has just all been so much. At least the Crucible has been keeping me busy. I think that's what I need right now. I love how I tell stream elements to fuck off and it gives me another message. Right, so the aim is to do all the Thavnair, the Raz at Hand quest first, and then we'll go into Thavnair. and I'll be streaming until I've done all of Thavnair. Obviously, I will eventually need to do Ultima Full, La Meritorium, Ma Lementorium, Ultima Full, Elpis, Labyrinthos with Ultralane. Ultralane will be included within Labyrinthos, just like Rezahan has been included in Thavnair, and Garlemald. But that's not happening today. I'm not doing all of them today. We're just doing Thavnair and Rezahan today, and I will be doing the others at another point. I am not going to lie and say, oh, we'll have another stream like within the next couple of days, because the truth is probably not. I mean, we might. I could, for all I know. I wouldn't mind doing Hildebrand on stream. But I'm going to take it easy and just stream when I can feel like streaming. And then what I will be doing is in late July, a game called Stray comes out, and I intend to be streaming that. And then Saints Row comes out in August, and I intend to be streaming that as well. Welcome back. Were you able to track down the couple? I do hope they are safe. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. At least we were able to return the band as a memento for the woman, as small a solace as that may be. That woven bracelet is a talisman of sorts. It creates a bond between gods and mortals. The tighter the braiding, the stronger protection it offers from a fate most dreadful. In Rezahan, it's a tradition to present one to your lover, to beseech the gods to offer divine protection to the one for whom you care deeply. It would seem her husband's prayer was heard, though tragically at the cost of his own life. I imagine she will need time to heal, but I hope that she will visit again, that I might offer what comfort and kindness I may. At any rate, I thank you for attending to this task for me. Hi Gara, can you tell me if the sound quality is fine? Like, can you hear me fine over the game? Because I did ask Slandy, but Slandy opted to not answer me. Alright, we're gonna go here. Yeah, it's all good on my end. Thank you, thank you. How is your day then? Just give me a second. How is your day, Garrett? Not too bad yourself? Well, I didn't feel like streaming, but then I was like, I need to stream, and I had motivation, and so here we are. Otherwise, I watched some wrestling, and I had full English, so, for lunch. Well, breakfast lunch. So that was nice. Nani? Is there an underneath to this? Oi. We'll do this one first. You there, please take my coin purse to Merryhide's Mayhain. Buy all the apples you can. So hungry. I have no strength left. Oh, my stomach. To Merryhide's Mayhain. Hurry. Yeah. What did you have for your Sunday dinner then, Garrett? I see a fellow warrior. Meh. Welcome to Merryhide's Mayhain. What can I, something at this? Leather coin purse. Food for the hungry. Worry not, he has more than enough coin for a crate full of apples. Bring it to him with my blessing. I take what I am owed and leave the rest. Pray return the remainder to him. You'll find a crate of apples in front of the Mayhain. Beef, mash, roast potatoes, and all the other usual veg. Nice. I had tomatoes, beans, sausage, bacon, like grilled bread bread. I don't know how to explain that. Hash browns. I'm trying to remember if I've missed. I think that was it. Bacon, hash browns, sausage, beans, tomatoes, grilled bread. Yeah, I think that's it. No. No. Look at how slow I am. Oh yeah, we also have had a big upload to YouTube, a ton of videos that were on the channel but were private and not actually released. There's more stuff from Logix, there's the Core Keeper game that Logix and Sandy played together. There is more of my Final Fantasy. I believe Tiny Tina should go up soon enough. But for some reason our bot on the Discord isn't working and didn't alert people to the fact that all of that had gone up, so there is news for you. Bum 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 bum. Oh, my stomach burns with 1,000 fires. Have you the apples? The people of Rezathan are so kind. So kind. Many thanks, my friend. You bought me so many apples, but I'm still too weak to move. My body craves more. More. If I could trouble you again to bring me some hamster eggs from Nilopala Nourish Points. Take my coin purse. I promise I will make it up to you. My god, this dude is just having us run around. So what's your day plans, Gara and Sandy, besides obviously joining me here at Pretty Casual Gaming? That is Twitch TV/Pretty Casual Gaming. Welcome to Nilopala Nourishments. What can I do for you? As many eggs as the coin in this purse can buy. Well, you're in luck. I have quite a surplus today. I gave you the extras so they won't go to waste. There you go, and here's a share of your friend's coin back. It would seem he greatly overestimated the cost of eggs these days. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Bum ba ba bum 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 ba dum. Ba bum ma 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 la 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 la. You're back. Did you find the eggs? Yes, and yes. Ah, my favourite. The yolks just melt in your mouth. My stomach calms and I feel my stamina return. Thank you so much, friend. I had been attacked by a strange monster high up on the mountains. I descended as fast as I could, tumbling through bush and tea boughs. Boughs? You know what I mean. Finally, I returned home, but I was so exhausted. I collapsed, only to wake again to the pangs of my empty stomach, but I found I was too weak to get up. Such is the curse of being so large. We Arcasadora have great strength at our disposal, but once that strength is spent, it requires a veritable feast to replenish. You may have whatever coin is left in my purse as a token of my gratitude. You have done me a great service today. Alright, Sandy. Yeah, I'll probably be having a coffee on my break. And hey, Logix. Right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 side quests left in this area. Fraser 12, another adventurer. I've been wandering around this goddamn city for hours. I was hired for some simple express deliveries in Udar before realizing the destination was bloody Rezathan. Simple my arse. After coming all this way, I still don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm at my wit's end and I'm running out of time. These letters have a tight deadline, and if I don't deliver them, I won't merely lose my job, I'll lose my head. Could I ask you to take these 2 missives to the High Crucible and House Barrack respectively? I can manage the 3rd one on my own. Return and meet me here when the job's done, and I'll see you're duly compensated for your efforts. Man, the English language can literally go fuck itself. Right, so we'll go do this one first, because I can use the Ethernet to just get there. I love this system, but I can just do that. So much better than the old system. What business have you with the esteemed House Barrack? An urgent letter? Let me see. Why, it's from dear Ardashir. At least we know now why he's not out begging in the streets. Ardashir is the youngest son of our house. Father was upset, he forsook blood and nation to tinker with some soot-stained alembics, and thus he never wrote. He never even told us how we might contact him, so we've naturally been worried sick. Now he writes that he's found a new trading associate for father, some merchant named Rowena. He says she can help us in our plight. What a peculiar topic for him to write about. He was always so recalcitrant about the family business. Perhaps he is homesick and trying to make amends. Nevertheless, we are delighted to hear from him. It is true that our country is in a precarious position, but I am elated to know my brother is safe and happy in Eorzea. Thank you for delivering this letter. I will share it with my sisters at once. Tell me, do you believe in Eorzea? How very glib. Glib. Oh yeah. Look at this. 8 pages of mounts, guys. Oh, and I reached Crystal in PvP. Welcome to the High Crucible of Alchemia. Chemia, my friend. How might I be of service? What's that? You've a letter addressed to us? Why, this is from Master Jalzan. Last I heard, he was doing field research in Eorzea. I do hope all's well. Why, I can scarce believe it. Word of our plight reached him from across the sea, and he's arranged for a shipment of vital supplies to be shipped from Rowena's House of Splendors. That he would be thinking of us in these trying times, even as he doubtless is facing his own fair share of hardships. Truly, he is a great man, but forgive me, I must make arrangements to have the shipment picked up in Yeldimad at once. 4 after this. Oh, I forgot. I forgot how much speaking on stream drains you of oxygen. It's been a while. I was thinking of doing a smaller stream as my first stream, but then I realised that I had to do this stream, so here we are. Here we are. Just delivered the last one. I'm not reading out the hooks. I've heard horrible rumours of Rowena's punishments if you fail your task. Like scrubbing grime from warehouse towers with a paintbrush. In plate. You really saved my skin, friend. I wanted to become an adventurer so badly, and she tempted me with this beautiful set of armour, so that I could put it on credit and work off my debt. Before I knew it, I found myself playing errand girl to the House of Splendors. Oh, I don't fault her for it. An adventurer needs armour after all. But my word if she isn't a shrewd one. Any road, thanks for your help. Thank you for your help. Here, I'll give you half of the house's commission for the job. Take it, you earned it. I hate trying to get around this place. Bum 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 bum. Right. We'll do this one next. Welcome back, Lodrix, and welcome back to your coffee. You're a friend of that redhead Mikate lad, aren't you? I remember how bravely you fought for us. Might I ask you a small favour? Oh, thank you. You see, my wife and I will soon be blessed with a child. It is custom for the father to swaddle the newborn in festive silk, but, having been to the market twice, I find myself at a loss for which would be the ideal choice. I am loath to impose, but I would be ever so honoured if you could make the choice for us, and sooner rather than later, as she is due any day now. Would you accompany me to Ruvedar Fibers? How is your day, Lodrix? And what have you got planned? Have you had anything nice to eat? I heard full English. Bum 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 bum. According to our tradition, the silk swaddling's colour expresses the parent's wishes for how the child might grow. I have narrowed it down to 3, but your insight would be greatly appreciated. The lush green fabric represents a wish for a prosperous life, fulfilling not only in wealth, that is, but feasts and festivities, and companionship as well. Who wouldn't want life as rich as that? The bright yellow swaddling symbolises a wish for wisdom. Intellect is prized among our people and said to be the colour of Sindrova. Our child may be a respected advisor or alchemist. And yet, look at this vibrant red silk. It would express a wish for talent in the arts. Why, wouldn't it be lovely if our child were to grow up to be a master artisan or performer? Hence my dilemma. I would want my child to be all of these, but I can only choose one colour. What say you? Which do you feel would be the ideal choice? Do I actually get to pick? A clever child! Excuse me, Woe of Light, I know you're busy, like, killing gods and shit, but could you pick out some silk for a baby? Yellow for wisdom. I will have to ensure I receive the best education, that they might one day be a brilliant alchemist. I thank you, friend. I feel much more confident in the decision for having consulted with you. I will bring the silk home to my wife today. I plan to visit Pax's Path once I finish up here. Would you be so kind as to meet me there later, that I might repay you your kindness? Mimerick. What is your remote there, Mimerick? Your remotes are great. Also, can I just know, if you look from my finger all the way to the other side of the screen there, where it says my gill in the bottom hand corner, why can't I have that money in real life? I will just read out the number for those of you who can't see it that clearly. 175,831,243. Does anyone want to give me that in real life? My wife was most pleased with the swaddling we chose, and I dare say it's even more auspicious than that such a valiant hero as you helped us choose our child's future path. I was devastated when my wife was separated from me during the struggle, but your Mikate friend saved her, in her delicate condition, no less. His actions gave my wife the strength to overcome her despair and return home to me, to us. Your friend spoke of a hero with the power to weave our strands of hope into a brighter future. Why are you crying at, Logix? That hero was you, was it not? We shall treasure the swaddling you chose for us as a family heirloom, now and forever. My most sincere thanks to all you have given us. Yeah, imagine having money. Three more quests here, and then we move out into Thavnair itself, where I can fly. It sees into your soul. You must be the substitute hamster keeper. Well, you're late. Feeding time was supposed to start bells ago, and hungry hamster is a noisy hamster, as you can hear for yourself. What are you standing around for? Are you going to leave these poor creatures to starve to death? Get to work. Chop chop. Here you go, one large feed bag and one small. Hamster of different stature have different diets, you see, and they're finicky eaters to boot. The smaller ones require only a simple mix of greens and grains, but our big boys also need a helping of silkworm pupae for extra protein. The foodstuffs are next to the wooden crate over there. Now get to it. I love how the warrior of light is just like, yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, okay. Say no. Small feed bag for the small hamster. The hamster shuns the bag and stares blankly skyward as if forsaken by the gods. Perhaps the feed mix is wrong. Oh, do I actually have to fill them up first? Oh. That makes sense. Right, so if I give this to him, he should be chill with it right now. Yeah. Boom! Best farmer this side of the farms. Hey, Mirakilu! Welcome to the stream, and welcome to the chat. You are currently watching me playing Farming Simulator, the Warrior of Light. The hamster flaps its wings and its eyes light up with gastronomic delight. Wow, what a much needed cutscene that was. I'm really glad that they cut out all that voice acting in the main story so that we could have that cutscene. Done already? Perhaps you're not as hopeless as you look, but you'd better be on time for the next feeding. What was your name again? Warrior of Light is my name. Shulk? Wait, you don't mean that Shulk, the adventurer who rescued Matsia from the beasts? My most sincere apologies. I never imagined a hero like you would simply be walking amongst us. And slopping the hamster besides. Heavens, my face must be so red right now. Anyhow, I thank you for a job well done. Here's your pay for today's work. Now I'd best hunt down the real substitute hamster keeper. Thank you for welcoming our new chatter to the people in chat. A welcoming environment is a good environment. Oh, ah! We have 2 more quests here, apparently. Hey, thank you for the follow, Mirakilu. Oh, I hate shit when it gives you shit like this. Because then I just throw it away. Wait, could it be? Yes, you're one of those heroes that helped fend off the beast for us. Oh, what an honor it is to actually speak with you. If I had one to see who licks your boots when they find out who you are, then you'd probably have as much skill as I have right now. Do you remember me? Perhaps not, but I was one of those who saved from the ravening horde. I cannot begin to express my gratitude. You'll be happy to know that the little ones you helped to rescue are safe as well. So enamored are they with you and your friends that they decided to put together a few gifts for you. Might you take the time to visit them on Pax's path? They'd be even more thrilled to meet you than I. Sure, let me just take a moment out of my busy day. Wait, can I jump down here? Oh, booyah. Just shake that off. Hello. Psst. Mira told us not to talk to strangers. Really? Well, I miss Ystola's friend too. She saw I was in trouble and fought off the monsters with her magic just to protect me. She's the most powerful mage in the whole wide world. I can fucking tell you she isn't. She's shit. No, Mr. Thancred is the best. He's strong and brave and gentle. I was so scared, but he saved me and carried me all the way back to my mama, just like a princess. Fine, they're both the best. Wait, miss, maybe you can help us. Do you think you could pick out what kind of flowers they like? We're making flower crowns. We want them to be really, really happy here and stay for a while. Will you help us, pretty please? Give your Stola one made of thorns. I'm going to make a crown fit for a queen, so pick one that will make her look even more powerful. You've yet to choose a flower. Examine the flower pots. Oh. Let's see what it has to say. The Shredder Tube reminds you of Aether Spark. Oh, so also it's the same. Shredder doesn't have ardent determination. Right? She can have a pink one because I don't care about her. And Thancred can have a crimson one for all the blood of the people he let die, like Minfilia. Well, miss, do you find the flowers suitable for Miss Stola? The pink colour is perfect. It will look good with her pretty black dress. My turn, my turn. Which flower did you pick for Mr. Thancred? This is Thancred. You chose the one that smells pretty. Yes, the colour and scent are so grown up. I'm sure it will suit a gentleman like him. Thank you so much, miss. We're going to have so much fun making crowns for them. There's lots to do, so we will see you around. Oh, can you tell Miran that we will be a little late? We were supposed to be back a bell ago. Fuck off, Stream Elements. Yeah. Fuck. And then we have one more quest, and then we go out into the open world where I can fly and things can be faster. Da ba ba da ba 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 bo. Ba 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 da ba da. Boa. You don't say. It sounds as if you were of great help to the children. To think that such a hero would be so kind as to assist in our daily affairs. I cannot bear to think what would have happened to them were you not there to save them. Because of you, they have been given another chance at life. Flowers may be a small token, but this really means a lot to them. I'm sure your friends will understand that, and this is from me to thank you for all you have done. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm throwing it away anyway. Get out my inventory. Bruh. You're the adventurer who fought off the blasphemies of us, yes? Oh, you couldn't have come along at a better time. Please, just do me one favour. Just act as if nothing is the matter. If you're going to make these wild accusations of me, you'd best have some damn proof. I tell you, I've never seen your damn ring. Now I'll be on my way. How can you speak such lies? That ring was my most precious keepsake. Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that should do. Thank you, Shulk, was it? If it wouldn't be too much of a bother, could I trouble you to assist us in an investigation of sorts? As you may have observed, that young woman believes that her ring was stolen by that uncouth young man who just walked away. She has no physical evidence, and yet I cannot help but believe she is telling the truth. And so I hatched a plan. I would make a show of diffusing the argument and allow the man to walk away freely. Walk freely away, whatever, same thing. Then I would have him followed, that we might glean some insight as to whether or not he committed the crime. That said, it would be far too suspicious if I were to tail the man all by myself. Let's say I pretend that I'm showing you a visit to our fair city around the area. That way I do believe we could approach him without arousing too much suspicion. Splendid, I cannot thank you enough. Let us follow that rather unpleasant fellow. I believe I saw him heading in the direction of Huge. I mean, you could have just had me follow him alone. Very well then, again, all I ask is that you act natural and inconspicuous as possible. Let us see what happens. Yeah, let me just be inconspicuous with this giant glowing axe on my back. It's literally like a fucking torchlight on me. With so much for the vaunted radiant host. Didn't suspect a thing, did she? What with everyone skittering around like frightened little rats, these are fine times for those in my line of work. Ah ha ha ha. Did you see that object he was examining? It certainly appeared to be the stolen ring to be. But let us not reveal ourselves quite yet. With any luck, he will unliterally I can't even joke against myself because I can't fucking speak. He will unwittingly lead us to his hideout. Here is the plan. I will pretend as if I'm giving you, a mere traveller, a tour of the city. You've already said this. Then we will follow him, without getting too close, of course. The last thing we want is to blow our... Oh, it's one of these ones where you've got to fucking, Oh, there we go. Ah, and if he turns around, oh, not these quests. I hate these quests. What? Wow, what enthralling gameplay. Look at Solid Snake over here. Okay. Okay. Have you spoken to Sandy about it? Yeah, alright. So what we'll do, because I'm going to announce it now whilst people are here watching, we will be avoiding the Tiny Tina's Wonderland stream on Wednesday, because apparently I'm helping Logix and Slandy with something. Now, whether they intend to stream it or not, I am unsure. If they do not, what I will do is I will stream something on maybe the Thursday. Or maybe late Tuesday, we'll see. But the point is, I will fill in for the Wednesday missed. Well, that would definitely be nice. Yeah, some Logix, more streams. Yay! Oh, it's been a while since I've seen a ring of this make, and inlaid with an exotic jadeite, no less. Yes, this should sell for good coin. Just as I suspected, he had the ring all along. Well, I dare say it's time we interrupted this little transaction. Might I trouble you to summon my subordinate for good measure? I will keep watch here to ensure that neither the man nor his accomplice escapes. Do I have to run all the way back now? Yep. So wait, am I not even going to get to watch the conclusion of that? Right, how far's the investigation, friend? A rare jadeite ring, you say. That matches this young woman's testimony exactly. It would seem you've caught the culprit red-handed. At any rate, I will make for the scene of the crime at once, and do not worry, we will not trouble you any further for any further aid. I assure you the raiding host can more than handle a couple of common ruffians. Above all, it is because of your efforts that this dear woman will be united with her precious keepsake before long. In my captain's stead, allow me to reward you for your kind deeds, and with that I must be off. So I don't even get to find out what a piece of shit. Right, however, we now get to do this. And now we get to see how many quests I have to do. Right. So I see 4 down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to here first, get these done. Then we'll move on to... Then what I'll probably do after I've done here is take a small break to grab myself a coffee. And then we'll do this one. Depending on how many quests there are there, I might grab another coffee. And then we'll do the final area. So that is the deal. Now... So I have found out, by the way, and for the sake of YouTube, say that it knows, we are not monetizing our YouTube videos. So, no worries, YouTube. However, I've been getting some copyright claims on certain videos of Final Fantasy XIV. And the reason is because I've now been able to find a way to actually test what it is that's getting me copyright claimed. It is because Torn from the Heavens is a copyrighted piece of music, to such a point where it gets our videos claimed. It doesn't get our videos taken down. We're not breaking any rules by having it in our videos. However, this song is copyrighted claimed. So I just fucked our videos if we ever want to monetize them. Fuck us, apparently. But no, it's a good song. But yeah, no, serious, no harm to Square. But yeah, this is a copyrighted song, and that is why our videos are getting copyright claimed. Look at my lovely little mount. But yeah, I was wondering for a while, because we got it on a Heaven's Ward video, and it's because Torn from the Heavens is actually a small part of the Heaven's Ward motif. So... now I know, at least I know. Let's start along the bottom. Fuck off, Stream Elements. Is Sandy still here, or has he fucked off again? Did he go AFK? Am I imagining shit? I noticed a certain pheasant is not here. Right. We won't be using that mantic. We'll be using roulette from now on. From a distance, I thought you to be a fishmonger, but now that I behold you up close, it's clear that you don't hail from these parts. Yeah, I thought so, Gara. Odd as your garments are, however, even I can tell they're made for hard work. Lucky for you, I have just a task. I mean to make a necklace for an acquaintance of mine, but my design calls for shells pulled from the vicious Katrapa. As fine a crafter that I am, I'm afraid hunting is quite outside of my wheelhouse. If you do the rough work in my stead, you would be well compensated for your time, and have my undying gratitude besides. I require 2 shells from the hulking beast, a simple feat for one such as you, surely. Let's kill some shit. Is this what I'm killing? Yep. Bomb, bomb, bum 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 bum. And that's what you call wrecked, baby! I still have 2 Falcleys left. Boom! And boom. Absolutely destroyed. That is the power of warrior, my friends. I see you've been busy. Do you have the shells? How does he see we've been busy if he doesn't see the shells? Ah, yes, yes. These are just what I seek. I'm going to present my necklace to a woman with very discerning taste, so I thank you for choosing shells of such high quality. She collects and assesses taxation at Elnar, and her duties often bring her to this very port. We've become quite close over the past few moons. Only a few days ago she sent me a charm to ensure my good health and fortune. My spirits were much invigorated, for it symbolises her deep trust in me. I've heard tell of these are shared among siblings who express their love for one another. It's customary to send a gift in return, so I had it in mind to craft a... Siblings? Siblings? Ah, is that how she thinks of me? I was certain it was something altogether different, but now that I say it out loud... I suppose I can still be happy with this arrangement. I look over her as a brother would his beloved sister, keep her safe from harm. Yes, any road. I promised you recompense, didn't I? Here, you've earned it. Motorbike. Excuse me, sir? There we go. You there, I take it by the hunger in your eyes that you're in search of work. As luck would have it, I'm in need of assistance and have the coin to make it worth your while. Usually, I'd haul these goods ashore myself, but today my back doesn't seem amenable to the prospect. If you could help an old merchant out, I reckon we can both go to sleep today satisfied. Ah, very good, very good. I've marked on the map where the crates are to be delivered. Careful now, the fruits inside bruise easily. Give me a shout once you're done and we'll see about getting you paid. Ah, it's one of those... Oh no, so far away. I've got to do this in 2 minutes? How will I manage? Oh no, look at how far away it is. Why is there a 2-minute timer on this? Look at that. That took me what, like 10 seconds? Wow. Wow, how hard that quest was. No crate in your hands, eh? I take it that means your task is done. Good job. That particular shipment was packed to the brim with this region's finest fruits. Owing to this region's insufferable heat, they're sweeter than any other I've ever tasted. I was meant to deliver them to a client of mine in Limsa Laminsa, but no sooner had I set sail than I received word that my goods were no longer needed. A damned shame, but now that they're resting in the shade, at least they won't go to waste. That's life, eh? Sometimes the wind is at your back, sometimes you're left floundering. And other times, you're stuck in bed on a beautiful day because your back is having none of it. That's relatable. Lemsip Laminsa. But I tend to find that fortune smiles upon those with patience, as they did today when I saw you strolling along the decks. Any road, here's your payment for a job well done. Till next we meet. Oh, you look fierce, are you? Can you help me find my sister? She went off to hunt Sotomurg so she could make me chicken tikka. She's so brave, but she's been gone for quite some time. I've never strayed far from the gates, and those beasts look so frightening. She shouldn't be far. Can you find her for me? She has red hair, and she looks so elegant in her hunting garb. She's set off to the northwest. I'll be waiting here for when you come back. I don't even know some of the words I'm saying. Rule of stream, I cannot turn off the mount that is given to me. Hey, there's a pheasant. Where have you been, mister? Almost an hour in. Quiet, you. I'm lying in wait, can't you see? What is it? My sister? Oh, she does worry after me, so I apologise for her imposition. Today is her name day, and I wanted to do something special for her. So much has gone wrong as of late, and she has managed to always keep a smile on her face. I thought that Sotomorok would simply be simple prey, but now I've seen one up close, I can barely bring myself to move. I've never been so afraid, truth be told. But you look as if you've never known fear. You could make quick work of the Sotomorok, I'm certain. If you don't mind, could you slay the animal for me? I've already set the trap, so one should be along soon enough. Without their meat, I can't hope to make chicken tikka that my sister so adores. Ow! Fuck me, I keep having back spasms. Oh, please, if not for me, then do it for her. Oh my god, you're so lazy, pheasant. I say nay, my friend. Ever since that fucking dude has mentioned back problems, my back has decided it's having problems. Ah, it sounds like a you problem to me. That was an inspiring display. Were you able to procure its meat? Yes, I was. Ah, this is the most delicious part. Thank you, thank you. You must let me repay you for your bravery. Please, meet me near the city gates where I told my sister to wait. I do hope she hasn't wandered off. City gates? City gates? This is not a city. This is a town. And I would even go so far as to reduce that to, it is a village. This is not a city. There's the brave traveller. And my sister, she said you took down that Sotomorg in a single blow. Yeah, this is not a city, right? It is your name day, after all. Thank you. The memories of us gathering around the table as a family over a homemade feast are among my fondest. Our parents have gone to Res at Hand to find work, seeing as how there is none to be found here since that tower appeared. They've sent word they'll return for this little one's name day. I want them to arrive to a feast rivaling the ones from before, and thanks to you they will. Please take this for all you have done to give our family a memory we can cherish. It still isn't a city. This is a quest line. Ready to tackle another job then? This one was registered by a local fisherman asking for help with marauding monsters. Ordinarily, the Radiant Host keeps the worst of the wildlife in check, but these days there just haven't been enough plays to spare. You want to speak with the fisherman himself for the details. I couldn't read the scroll he left for a name, but he's an Arcasadora and should be found fishing the waters from the western shore. Well, wait, another Matanga? Shelp, you could always use more coin, yes, because I could certainly benefit from your wise and experienced company. A fine pair of hunters we shall make. Come, let us speak with this Arcasadora fisherman. Yeah, but even if this is scaled, I doubt this is a city. It would still be like a town at best. Not a city, right? Yeah, like, even if this is just scaled down, it's a... Why can't we go over there? That looks really cool. Looks like a little pirate cove. Thought I'm going past my quest. Come to take care of the monsters, have you? About damn time. We're fine when we're out on the water, of course, but even the fisher needs to walk on land every now and again, and the trails grow more perilous by the day. I've managed to sneak through without a scratch so far, but friends of mine haven't been so fortunate. Talk to the others around here, they'll tell you. I might need your help with it, Shulk. Speaking with Arcasadora is still challenging for me. Yeah, if you're wondering why this person's scared, it's because she is from the steppes. The Azim Steppes from Stormblood. And in the Azim Steppes there are things called Matanga, which are these dudes, but grey. And they eat Zayla. Shall we do this together then? Yes, fine, good idea. Ogle is now accompanying you. Yay. You want to hear about monsters? I saw 3 big brutes on my way from Aklayali to Yeldamad. Never seen the like around these parts before. You want a story? So, you want another story, eh? When I left Aklayali the other day, I almost walked straight into a fiend with a tongue as long as my arm. Barely escaped, being gobbled up on the spot. Attacked by the wildlife? Oh yes, while I was hauling a catch back to town, dropped the lot and fled for my life. The roads used to be safe enough, but now... Keep up! So, do you understand now why we had to send for help? I understand that you have a problem with long-tongued brutes terrorizing your roads. Those creatures are what we call Pisaka. Without the army sending out regular patrols, it seems the inland monsters have begun expanding their territories. They've forgotten their fear of us, and that's when people start dying. I need you to remind them. Once you've found and slain these overly bold Pisaka, I ask you bring me one of their carcasses. It's something I've been curious about. Very well. Let us make of this a contest, shall we? The first to topple a Pisaka is the victor. Never seen anyone so eager to throw herself headlong into a Pisaka's jaws. Shouldn't you be chasing after her? No, because I am just better. Where are we going? Up here. Ah, she killed it before I had a chance. I was hoping I got a fight. Ha, first kill is mine. Grandmother always said that the hunter should be swift, like a diving yole. Would you mind tracking down the other 2? Once they saw what I did to their friend, they fled to the northwest. I can haul this lump back to the beach while you finish the hunt. Ah, so I did get to fight. You would be alone with an Arcasadora. Pah! My fear of Matanga has begun to ebb somewhat. Now go before some other poor soul crosses paths with those monsters. I bet we find her, like, freaking out. Ow, that hurt. Kicked. And... dead. You've done what, pheasant? Imagination is the essence of discovery. Ah, I have not, as you can see. I was saving as much as I could of. I've done bits of quest lines here and there to get my flying, but I've tried to save as many side quests as I can for the stream. Ah, there you are. Your friend is stronger than she looks. We had to load the carcass onto the boat to carry it away. What of the Pisaka's packmates. Did you find them? Wrecked. Both slain, then that is good. Of course we slew them. Songs of Shulk's deeds are sung across the steppe. My aching arms would like to know why you wanted the remains though. Why else? To make use of its parts. The scales can be spun into silver, and the meat will. The bones and teeth we can craft into hooks and other tools. We killed nothing for the sake of killing, even murderous monsters. The 2 bodies you left behind will serve as a warning to others of their kind. If it keeps them away, then no more blood need be shed. It seems our tribe shares similar customs when it comes to using every part of the kill. As grandmother always said, be not wasteful of the lives you take to sustain your own. You are so very different from your king, the Gadrasura. Oh, so that's why you've been avoiding my gaze. If your only experience with Matanga has been our brutal cousins, then you'll find the Arcasadora are an agreeable lot by comparison. Might even make a few friends, eh? Here's your payment, and well earned, I'd say. Another job finished. We should report to Kankana, that she might strike it from her list. Let me know when you are done basking in the success of a hunt, and we can return to Yedlamad. Ready then, I've been counting the contents of my coin purse. I have enough to buy passage on a ship, but as for food and other supplies, well, I would feel more comfortable with the pay from one more job weighing down my belt. You can see me through just one more, yes? At the very least, let us make a report to Kankana and ask what else she has on offer. Come, show me how fleet of foot you are, champion. Look at how dumb this man is. I can't fly. There we go. Shulk, safely back from your work on the shore, I see, but where is Ogle? My coin purse, some slippery son of a Zoe snatched it from me. Brazen as you please, I lost sight of him in the market, along with all. How am I to pay for lodgings or food? Already my belly cries in protest. Oh, you poor thing, and after all the good work you've done for us, you will stay with me tonight, I insist. You would take me in? Mm-hmm, I saw that. You looked me right in the eye, finally warming up to us, Arcasador, are you? I can barely see you through the tears, but yes, maybe now I can stand to be in the same room as a Matanga, some of them anyway. I'm glad to hear it. Here, I'll lend you a few coins as well. We can't have you running around without a guild to your name. Thank you. In fact, why don't we head to my house now and we can fill that complaining belly of yours. You're more than welcome to join us, Shulk. Yes, I know, you don't need to say it. Shulk is one of the most beautiful Olizen you've ever seen. Oh, Shulk, something terrible has happened. I've been robbed. We saw a boy jumping out the window as we approached, and when I looked inside, all my belongings have been turned inside out. Ogle set off in pursuit of the thief, but hasn't returned. Do you think you could catch up with her and see if everything is alright? I'll lock up here and you can meet me back at my offices when you've found her. I love how she said she'll lock up, but clearly that didn't help the first time. Dung, I lost him again. I swear it was the same Huron boy who made off with my coin purse. His size, his clothing, it all matches. I was willing to cut my losses and earn more gil. But this insult to my host, it will not stand. Grandmother always said to repay one's favours, and by the just mother I mean to do just that. Will you help me find justice for the Kinkana? Then we start by asking around for more information. I have a feeling we are not the only ones who have fallen afoul of this thieving urchin. The swifter we act, the better our chances, yes? I say we split up, gather what clues we can, then meet back at Kincana's offices. Right, who can I speak to? There we go. This is second-hand information, mind you, but I hear that the thief you're looking for is barely more than a child. Sad, isn't it? How terrible things have become that a young boy is forced to a life of crime just to survive. There's another one. There was another robbery. I wonder if it's the same boy I found in my house the other day. He yelled that he was sorry, and when I saw the desperation on his face, I just didn't have the heart to chase after him. The recent rash of pickpocketing. Oh yes, I've heard several stories. They say it's likely the work of the same criminal. I just noticed that elephant on the gate. Well, champion, what have we discovered? So our tale was a familiar one, and what I heard from the local children was even more disturbing. They tell me a man, a stranger, approached them with the promise of work and easy coin. I have no proof that this offer is connected with the recent robberies, but it does seem suspicious. And if this stranger truly is recruiting young ones to steal from him, then he is the one who I would punish for these crimes. We just need to first. Right at hand, closing its gates left many struggling to make a living, and the appearance of that ghastly tower sparked a chain of events that still has the radiant host spread too thin on too many fronts. Under the circumstances, a rising crime is to be expected. We are fortunate then to have the two of you here to act on behalf as our law keepers. So please accept this payment. We cannot expect you to work on an empty stomach. A new hunt begins. Come, we must track down the one behind all of this. But we're still not sure if the stranger is actually involved in the robberies. Let us alone where to start looking for him. There is a simple way to find out. We lure our boy thief into stealing from me again. If what we suspect is true, then he will likely take any ill-gotten gains directly to his patron. So I will play the part of unguarded traveller, flaunting a heavy purse or some such. Shulk, you keep watch for the little pickpocket and be ready to follow him when he makes his move. Should he lead you to some shadowy figure, then I want you to herd them both to the west. I will circle around and be lying in wait to spring an ambush. That's really quite clever, Ogle. I'm impressed. Grandmother always said if you want to catch the big fish, don't spare the bait. The same idea applies to slippery criminals. Right then, let us take our places in the town square and lay the trap for our quarry. I will try to make the lure something obvious so you can see it being stolen from afar. So what's your day plans, Pheasant, assuming thou art still here? Well, at least you got me to watch, eh, in the meantime. I said at least you've got me to watch whilst you're doing that. Foolish muggle. Oh no, not one of these missions. Yikes! Ah! I lost him. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. That could have gone disastrously. Oh, you're a proper little scoundrel, aren't you? Nice work. I'll fence the rest of the goods in and you'll get your cut. God damn it, Ricochet. I told you to check for tails. You want your family to learn of our arrangement? Now run. The robbers have fled westward. Chase after them. Nani? Ah. My apologies, Shulk. I intend to circle around as planned, but when I heard how he yelled at the child, my rage could not be contained. Grandmother always said that those who prey on the weak are undeserving of mercy, so I beat him senseless. Fool of a Matunga. When he wakes, he will find himself in the custody of the Radiant Host. Miss, I'm sorry you got hurt because of me, and I'm sorry for taking your belongings. Apology accepted, young one. It is a brave thing to admit when you are wrong. Help me explain the situation to your lawkeepers, and we can steer you back on the right path. If you say so, miss. I will cart this refuse to the nearest guardhouse. Pray inform Kinkana of our success. Hey, it is my warrior mount. Ogle, is everything alright? Shulk told me what happened. All is well. They began interrogating the man before I left, and he was blubbering about where he stashed the stolen goods. The soldiers planned to recover the cash and return the items to their rightful owners. Praise be to the sisters. There were certain personal articles, things very dear to me that I had thought forever lost. Oh, I should also mention Ricochet, our boy thief. It seems his parents were out of work and begging for scraps. His were crimes of necessity, and after seeing the considerable remorse he showed for his actions, I decided to let him keep the coin he took from me, as well as my share of the reward from the Radiant Host. As Grandmother always said, children are the greatest treasure of all. I can hardly let him and his family starve now, can I? How will you pay for passage now? I can earn it back again easy enough, and since I have tamed my fear of the Arcasadora, there is no need to rush. I will take my time and explore all the wonders this island has to offer. Thank you, Shulk, for staying at my side this long, but I think I will continue on alone. Speaking of which, Kinkana, have you any new tasks available? Ah, my dear Ogle, I have a perfect job for you. I actually have business with the employer myself, so we can head off together if you like. There you go, Shulk. I haven't forgotten your half of the reward. May your adventures be many and your hunt successful. Complete. And that should clear up Yedlamad. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over here. Then I'm going to nip for a short coffee break. And then I will be back and we'll be continuing. Wow, great. Over deep, dangerous creatures, perverted and evil. I don't know why big amounts always feel slower. Jesus, we have something to do here. Right, I'm going to leave us here. And then what I'm going to do is get us something to do some music. Get stuck on something. There we go. And I am going to take a short break to grab a coffee and then we'll be back. So I'm going blue screen. I'm just going to check if this plays the music correctly, so. I am back. I have coffee, so I am actually going to drink my coffee first, but I figured I'd actually let some music play rather than having just a blue screen. Now, from what I've counted, I have 20 more quests left to go. So, we'll try to get through the Great Works quests, and then we will see how long it takes me to do them before deciding whether we need another break. And I will mute my fucking stream before I get a reverb echo. Now, this series, or at least my Sidequest series, prior to Endwalker, was referred to as the Path to Endwalker series. Now, for the reason that we are here in Endwalker, Path to Endwalker doesn't really make sense. So this series from now on will be called Stories of the Realm. And we will, when it's uploaded to YouTube, that's what it will be under, so. I will probably, I don't know, I'll probably leave the Path to Endwalker stuff as it was. But from now on, any side quest streams, be it whatever, will be referred to as Stories of the Realm. Just for, you know, the sake of keeping things a little more constant. Now, I know Slandy had spoken to me recently, and we haven't done a podcast in forever. Now, Slandy and Logix should hopefully be doing some more side stuff this coming Wednesday. Now, if that is correct, and like we managed to get everything done that we're supposed to be doing to a certain point, we will be trying to get hold of Devin and trying to do the Realm Revisited Stormblood episode, because obviously that was where we left off at. And it also means that Logix will be able to move on with getting Shadowbringers done, to wit, we will then have a Realm Revisited Shadowbringers, which will allow Logix to then move on to Endwalker, which means we will be able to do more content on a patch-to-patch basis. We will obviously do a Realm Revisited Endwalker, but it means that we'll be able to do podcasts talking about stuff that comes out. Different parts of the patches, our opinions on stuff, etc, etc, mechanics, new content, all things like that, and I will have Logix and Slandy to talk to, because then they will hopefully be caught up by that point. And it will just mean overall I'll be able to start kicking in the podcast back into gear. Now, Slandy has given me an idea for another podcast to do, but I don't know when we will get that implemented just yet. Obviously, right now I'm just trying to focus on getting back into the swing of things, and we will go from there. I don't know how many people will care about it, but I am debating on starting to stream a little bit of Among Us at some point. Not like for hours on end like we do this, like just like 1 hour streams maybe here and there. Just to do something once in a while. It's something easy that I can then provide stuff to actually watch here and there. And keeps me doing stuff even when I want to burn out, or even when I feel like I'm burnt out, should I say. I'm not addicted to it, I've barely played it recently. Right. Aren't you the adventurer that saved Matsia? Excellent timing. If you have time to spare, I would ask a favour of you. You see, the dancers of Razathan are planning a performance to raise the people's spirits. We alchemists would like to support them with some of the finest accessories we can craft. Unfortunately, none of us have time to procure the crystals we need to finish them. It would be a great help if you could fetch the crystals from the merchant at the port of Yedlamad. Of course, we will provide you with the necessary funds. Many thanks. The merchant is already aware of the situation and should be expecting someone to come by. I'll leave the selection of stones up to your no doubt impeccable judgment. Don't know if you guys are aware, but I have Omega. Da 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 da. Ba 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 da 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 da. Don't know if you guys are aware, but I play Final Fantasy. Little in-joke there. Welcome, what can I help you with? Buying crystals for the alchemists. Yes, I did hear from them about that. Have you decided what you want to wish upon the crystals? Haven't you heard? Here in Razathan, crystals are given along with a wish. There's no need to think on it too deeply. Simply envision the wish you would entrust the dancers with granting to their spectators. Once I know that, I can pick out the perfect stone for the occasion. Inner peace. Let's go with that. In that case, emeralds will do quite nicely. In olden times, it was believed that the brilliant green sparkle could heal the heart as well as physical ailments. I will provide you with as many as I can within your budget. Be sure they make it safely back to the alchemists at the great work. Hi, my name's Bruce. Fish are friends, not food. I hate how Shulk lifts her legs, when riding the shark. Looks so silly. There we go. Ah, there you are, with some precious stones for me, I assume. These are perfect. Thank you for your help. Do you mind if I ask what you wish upon them? Inner peace. I think we could all use a bit of that after all that's happened. A fine wish indeed. In fact, Ned, I believe the crystals have the power to grant wishes and heal sickness. It may sound like superstitious nonsense, but crystals are curious things. Part of them exists somewhere between the living and the material. As such, elemental energies can reside within them quite readily. What are you saying, yeah? What are you saying, yeah, pheasant? They can influence your mind and spirit using the aether within you, which is precisely why the wish you imbue them with is so important. If the wish is impure, then so shall be the crystal's effects on the user. I can tell I made the right decision in asking for your help. Please take this as thanks. Ah. Right, we will start at the bottom and work our way up. Excuse me, explorer, mercenary, adventuring person. Normally I wouldn't dream of bothering you, but this hardly seems the time to overburden the valiant soldiers of the Radiant Host. I just need a simple ingredient to further my current research. The complicated part is harvesting said ingredient without being murdered by the local wildlife. Would you be so kind as to venture into the hills and fetch me some bark shavings from the trees which grow there? Here, I'll lend you my special bark stripping knife. Easy busy, squeezy lemons. Well, I thought she meant the hills on top of here, but okay. We can go all the way over here. 'Tis fine. 'Tis but a modicum of inconvenience. There we go. Interacting. Boom, done, easy. Pew! Pew! Laser! I'd like to know how Shulk fits in this. She probably has to bend and snap herself out of position. Ah, you're back. Have you bought the bark and my knife? Yes, it smells absolutely wonderful. I can already imagine the fragrance when I craft the next batch of incense. I'm studying various methods for enhancing the effects of incense, you see, specifically the scents which promote calm and tranquility. And with everything that's been happening, well, we could all do with a dose of calm and tranquility, couldn't we? Life can be trying at the best of times, and I'm hoping my research will help people endure the worst of them. Thank you kindly for your existence. Yeah, Shulk is now a contortionist. Damn, who could have done this? It wasn't you, was it? No, it couldn't have been. Besides, an upstanding adventurer like yourself wouldn't be so cruel as to steal my wares. You wouldn't be willing to lend a hand in getting them back, would you? Oh, thank you, thank you. He looked to be male, about this tall, and dressed in all black alchemist garb. That's all I can tell you. I didn't get a look at him before he ran off towards Akiali. I can't trust anyone here. Who knows how many accomplices he has lurking about. But you're not from here, so you're in the clear. I know I can trust you to track down the thieving lowlife. Right, where are we going? Down there. Look at my big derpy lion. Winged lion, I suppose. Whew. That fool left herself wide open to get him robbed. She didn't even notice me following her from the port. Now all I have to do is sell off this fancy metal and I'll never have to work another day in my life. Or for a few weeks at least. What are you looking at, huh? Scram, you think you're some kind of defender of justice? Oh no. Whatever will I do? He's attacking me. And this is where you die. Bruh. Bruh. Imagine attacking a warrior and thinking that it is a good idea. A whole new world. I don't know the rest of the song. Fill it in for me, chat. What is the rest of the song? Surely someone here has seen Aladdin. maybe not. Maybe I expect too much of you. Thank you, Gara. How did it go? My sheet metal, you got it back. Nothing's stopping me from fixing up that busted old furnace now. So what can you tell me of the culprit? One of the Ellison folk? Rare to see them around these parts. He must have travelled here from somewhere else. All sorts of people come to Res at Han, not all of them respectable. The freedom of the city calls people from all lands and walks of life. He must have been aboard the same vessel as me, seeing as he knew I was transporting valuables, and tailed me from the port. I need to be more careful of my surroundings from now on, if only everyone was trustworthy as you. In any case, I'm almost glad that this was a clear-cut robbery. If it had been one of my comrades that stole from me, I won't dwell on it. Here, take this as thanks for hunting down the thief and returning my goods. Gara, are you spamming my chat? Fuck's sake, Gara. Hello there, adventurer. Can you help me? I need someone to go around and see if anyone is want for supplies. Okay. Okay. I would do it myself, but we alchemists are all so busy that no one wants to bother each other with selfish requests. But if an outsider like you asks, they might just open up a bit. Please, I need to start restocking, but at this rate I'll never know what needs replenishing. I would really appreciate your help. Well, let me go then. Thank you. I should mention that it might be difficult to get some of them workers' attention. Everyone is exhausted, so make sure to greet them to get them out of their heads. Greet. Oh, what's the matter with me? Nearly fell asleep. Sorry about that. Did you need to speak with me? Let me think. There are no alchemical components I need at the moment, but I could stand to have some non-perishables on hand. I end up skipping meals because I'm too busy with work, so something nutritionally dense that I can eat one-handed whilst I work would be a lifesaver. If there's foodstuffs like that, I'll take as much as I can get. Oh, terribly sorry. It wasn't my intention to ignore you. Can I help you? Oh, since you ask, I'm ever wanting for more tea and milk. A nice cup of chai is just what my body and mind need to unwind after a few sleepless nights of work. It isn't something I can readily ask for, seeing as it isn't strictly a necessarily medicinal ingredient. I know that seeing to your own well-being is essential to producing quality work, but I just can't bring myself to be so selfish. There you are. Apologies, I was miles away. Is there something I can do for you? Now that you mention it, I'm running low on serpent's root. It has all sorts of medicinal uses, so I feel I can never have enough. I still have some stock left, but you never know what might come up. It certainly couldn't hurt to have some extra. Begone, chat window. You're back. What did everyone ask for? I had a hunch you'd be able to get more out of them than me. None of these requests are particularly unexpected, but the only non-perishable food I think we can get is pickles, and that doesn't sound quite like what he wanted. I do want to make sure everyone is eating properly. I know they all rely on their medicine to get them by when they're too busy to eat. I wonder. I'll ask a friend of mine from Charlene if there's anything to be done. Anyway, that's a problem for me to think about, not you. Thank you for your help. I wouldn't ask them there, mate. They eat fish bread. 6 more to do here. Getting through these fairly quick, if I do say so myself. Are you just going to stand there and watch me work? I'm really quite busy, you know. Here, make yourself useful and distribute this coating agent amongst the quarriers in the giant score grounds. God. Warrior of Light just does whatever they're told to do, I swear. So is everyone enjoying the stream, considering I haven't streamed in a month? Am I up to standard? I am trying my hardest. You really forget how much speaking actually takes up oxygen. Yeah, fuck you, Gara. You've streamed even less than I have. Greetings, stranger. You've bought our coating agent. The alchemists must be up to their necks in it if they're asking outsiders to run their errands, but usually prefer to make such deliveries in person. Are they eating? I'll wager they're not eating. Maybe I should cook a pot of something and pay them a visit. Thank you, pheasant. Who are you then? You are you! Ah, magic alchemy oil. If we don't coat our tools with this stuff from time to time, they won't so much as scratch the giant skull. It'd be like mining rock with a wooden spoon. The durability is what makes it worth quarrying, though, and it's a fine ethereal conductor to boot. You never need a material like that. You ever need a material like that, you know where to find us. Fun fact about Giant Skull, because you may not know about it, because you either don't play the game or didn't play it when it mattered, Giant Skull were actually some of the best weapons you could get back in 1.0. Come to see the Master Quarries at work, have you? Oh, my mistake. Seems you were here on a job of your own, and an important one at that. Without a steady supply of coating oil, things around here would grind to a halt. Giant Skull is one of Thavnair's most sought-after resources, and we don't want to be caught low on stock when the trading ships start leaving port again. Now you can just buy them at the PvP vendor. I don't think you can, I think they're yeah, they're craftables. I don't personally care for the appearance of them though. You again, I thank you for delivering those goods. We have a relationship with the quarriers which stretches back for generations and an abiding respect for the difficulties we each face. As such, I'm glad your timely delivery prevented any undue loss of labour. One day soon, I'd like to sit down and share a drink with our stone-cutting friends. Please take your payment and leave me to my work. As I said, I'm really quite busy. Right, where is this quest? Because there it is. Wow! You there, adventurer. I find myself in need of assistance. You will help me, won't you? You see, I received an order for custom paints, but the necessary ingredients are rather rare. The armour in particular is difficult to come by, as it must be taken from Vajranglagula. As not just any old fruit will do, only one held by the strongest and most royal male specimen will suffice. I know of such a way to attract a suitable Vajranglagula, but I'm afraid defeating the beast is beyond me. If only a brave, kind adventurer could protect poor little me. I expect a handsome reward. I feel safer already. Come now, I will lead you to where the Vajranglagula gather. We head southeast. Let's do it. Let's do it! I've kept you waiting long enough. Let's get to it, shall we? Take this perfume and douse my frail meager body in it. Flower dripping with sweet nectar. Quickly now, slap it on, else I won't catch the attention of even the weakest Vajranagula. Perfect and positively irresistible. Now I use my wiles and enticing scent to lure Vajranagula this way. You wait here and prepare to strike him down. Indeed. Tonight you die. Bruh. Such valiance, I could hardly tear my eyes away as you heroically slayed the beast. Now, the fruit, if you please. Yes, perfectly, succulently ripe. This will make a fine paint. Our work here is done. Let us return to the great work before another Vajranagula sets its sights on me. Svandy, you're back. About time, good sir. Many thanks for your assistance, adventurer. I never imagined I could procure such a fine component for my paint. Say, do you know why the Vajranagula carry this fruit? They present them to their desired mates, hence the scented oils, pheromones, you see. But amra is also the official fruit of Thavnair. You can eat it, or use it as painting material, as I shall, of course. But it is also said to ward off evil and secure a strong family lineage. But there's more to this fruit than mere superstition. It has sufficient antibacterial properties to be used as a household remedy to keep any family well. Oh, but listen to me rambling on and on. Allow me to thank you once more. I hope our paths will cross again. Slandermander, for God's sake. You look pretty strong. Do you think you could help me? I need someone to guard me whilst I gather agni grass for my medicines. Its scent is difficult to follow, even for we Arcasadora. I can't concentrate and watch my back at the same time. Please, I'm afraid some beast will strike me whilst my guard is down. I'm in your debt. I'll sniff out some agni grass, so follow me. Hey, thanks for the resub, Salandi. Imagine pheasant not subbing ever. Sniff sniff, snuffle. Right, it's faint, but I can smell the grass from that way. Let's go. Imagine that, yeah. This is it, agni grass. I'll grab a few bundles, so you keep watch. I'd hate to get eaten so close to my goal. Nope. And a negatory once more. Bruh. Stunned. Bye bye. Dead. Thank you for watching over me. I got all sorts of ingredients, even more than I hoped for. All thanks to you. If you weren't here, I would have been too scared to What was that? Perhaps we should continue our talks back at the great work. Yeah. Shulk's just having a nap in the middle of a quest. Ooh, 3 more to go here. Ooh, we made it back in one piece. I really can't thank you enough. With your brawn and my nose, I got enough agni grass to solve a whole army's digestive issues. Having olfactory sensors 5 times as strong as your average Midlanders comes in handy sometimes. This place can be a bit much though. So many smells mingling and clashing, and all of them so strong. Anyway, thank you again, kind adventurer. Please take this. Yeah, exactly, Pheasant. God damn it. Are you an adventurer by chance? If you're looking for work, I could use some help sorting out what's left of the hatchery. You'll come then? Good. It's just a little ways north of here. Listen to that beautiful music. Here. Think. Feel. I really need to do my New Game Plus run at some point. Look at this place. It's a shame what they did to it, those villains from the tower. I wish you could have seen the hatchery before all this happened. Until only very recently, it was busy as you please, selling meats, eggs and poison extracts to eager merchants from across Thavnair and beyond. But lamenting the facts won't undo what was done, will it? Let's get to work. Your task will be to sprinkle the nest with this pungent solution, which should keep the wildlife from making their lives in these ruins. Most creatures won't come within 10 yards of it, but the hamster don't seem to mind the smell. And although we should probably clear away those old nests whilst we're at it, I want the birds to have a familiar sight to come back to one day. Anyway, you get on with sprinkling, and I'll start shifting the rubble. Am I going to end up in a fight, or am I just doing this on all of these? Yeah, baby. The simple. What do you mean invalid? Why did it click off that target? Oh yeah, Pheasant, you bought it for me. You should probably know. I am literally almost done with the Uden Chronicles. I've almost 100%ed it. You find a large egg in one of the nests. Even covered with a stink of a solution, it may prove too tender for any nearby predator. It might be safest to hand the egg to the Akasadara youth. But yeah, I just have to grind some materials to max out my equipment and then kill the final boss on the hard difficulty. And I have 100% of the game and I'm ready for a Uden Chronicles 100 Heroes next year. All done. Oh, what's that you have there? Hamster egg. You find a hamster egg? One of them must have found a way back here to lay it. Whether the mother can return to hatch it, however, is another story. I realise we've only just begun cleaning up here, but I think it's best I get this egg back to safety at the great work. Best mount. Yeah, but there's no point in streaming it when I've 100%ed it, is there? Although, I did speak to Slandy about playing it, so maybe he'll stream it on Pretty Casual Gaming. Because me and him have spoken about him using this channel for JR. Sorry to have you running back and forth, but this is very important to me. While I'm grateful to the alchemist for letting me work here, my true passion was raising the birds at the hatchery. After the incident, I didn't think there was much I could do aside from tidying up the mess. As soon as you handed me that egg, though, I felt hopeful again. Where there is new life, there are new beginnings, and the hamster hatchery deserves to rise again. It isn't much, but please take this in exchange for the gift you've given me. Yeah, but Slandy has to finish Endwalker before he can do any of that. Oh, Ham, where could she be? Please, you must help me. She's gone. My darling Ham has wandered off. Ah, Ham is the name of my hamster. You're not familiar with the word. It's a species of cloudking, closely related to the Eorzean dodo. They're not exactly swift on their feet, so you'd expect she'd be easy to catch, and yet I can't seem to find her anywhere. What if she falls into the sea? What if some roaming predator tries to make a meal of her? I can't bear the thought of it. I'll keep scouring the immediate area, but I'd be most grateful if you could search the wilds to the north of here. Oh, my poor Ham. Hamster dodo, what are you on about, pheasant? What the fuck? Why is this up here? I've just realised. Round up. Dead. No, the hamster. Ham appears to be unhurt and wholly unfazed by our little adventurer. Return the wayward hamster to Rinsaradur. Need to clean your ears out, pheasant. Honestly. Pam. Oh, I do hope nothing awful has befallen her. You found her. I'm honestly surprised she made it that far north. Was she trying to return the hatchery, I wonder? You may have noticed some ruined buildings up there. Those are the remains of the hamster hatchery, a place of great cultural and historical significance. Until its recent destruction, it seemed an indelible landmark. They were able to relocate some of the breeding birds to stables within the city proper, but many, like my precious Hamsam, simply scattered across the countryside. One day, when things have settled down and the hatchery is rebuilt, I hope to return these wayward chicks to their former owner. I shall be sad to see them go. While we have the hamster here, however, we can harvest their poison glands for use in various alchemical mixtures, not to mention enjoy their placid and entirely agreeable company. Here, this is for bringing Ham back safe and sound. Be sure to pay her a visit once her old home has been restored to its former glory. Last quest of a great work. You've come by at the perfect time, adventurer. Could you help me find someone? One of my colleagues went to receive a delivery and hasn't come back. I'm worried something might have happened. Oh, thank you. He went to Yedlimad, so let's start by looking around the Aether right there. Boom! Almost a nice clear map. Just trying to think how often I want to try get these. I want to try get these side quests done, so I may be streaming a fair bit in the next few weeks, next couple of weeks. if I can help it. I've been asking around about my colleague, and someone claims to have seen him setting out from the port in a small boat. Maybe he loaded a shipment onto it and headed back, in which case we must have just missed him. I hope that's all that happened. Well, let's head back to the great work. We should keep a keen eye on the shoreline on our way back just in case. But yeah, I have 5 other areas to do, so and I really want to get them done as soon as possible, really, so. Oh no, his boat must have capsized. I loaded everything on the boat to bring back, but something hit us, and I managed to swim to safety, but the cargo, I'm so sorry. Forget the cargo, all that matters is you're alright. We'll just have to do without the sunken goods. Shall I retrieve? Looks like the perfect opportunity for me to capture my underwater breathing technique. What? You can do that? Thank you. There were 5 articles all in all. Some of them sunk, but some afloat. I'm sorry to leave all this to you, but I need to get him home before his condition worsens. We'll head back to the great work first, so come meet us when you're done. You know, I actually forgot that we can swim underwater, and I've never thought to swim underwater here. Like, legitimately, completely forgot. Two out of 5, and then the rest are underwater. It's kind of pretty as well, to be fair. I love the fact that your character can just, for some reason, breathe underwater for, like, no fucking like, yeah, they got some blessing, but, like, there's no, like, explanation as to how it works. We don't suddenly get gills or anything. Yeah, true. Magic. Paper. Banana, 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 Titan. Banana, 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 Titan. Banana, 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 Titan. Banana, banana. Banana, 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 Titan. Banana, 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 Titan. Banana, 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 Titan. Banana, banana. Titan. You made it back, and if you're worried about my colleague, he's fine, just resting after clearing out the water in his lungs. I gave him some try and he went right to sleep. You've managed to retrieve all the lost cargo? Incredible. These are valuable weapons imported from Vilbrand. They just need a few archaic finishing touches before they're complete. From here, they'll head off into the hands of the Razat-Han warriors to help protect the Order. Thank you for everything, adventurer. And now we go to the final area. I don't think I need a break. That didn't take anywhere near as long as I thought it would. So, we shall go to the finish. Speaking of, Slandy, are you still here? Slandy man. That's a nice place. Yeah, Slandy, when you go to put this on YouTube, there is a break. Said break is noted by the blue screen. Please remove the break from the video, like you would at the beginning. Right, we shall start at the top and come down this time. We will not start at the top because that is a quest line, so we'll start at the bottom and do that one last. Oh, you're the one who saved Mevan's child. Might you help a father in need? My daughter is nowhere to be found, and I fear she's gone off into the woods by her lonesome. Others from the village have joined in the search, but our numbers are few. We've yet to even reach Perugia. If you could add your eyes to the search, I would be ever so grateful. My daughter was wearing a red coat when last I saw her. I will make my way to Perugia, so please bring her there if you find her. May the gods grant you insight. The gods of showing me where on the map I should go look. Oh, who are you? My father? Oh, I'm such a fool. I wanted to pick some flowers before visiting Perugia, but I never wanted to cause worry. Still, since you're here, already here, could you help me? You can't visit Perugia without one for each of the Manusia and the Maruga. Let's find those and then we can be on our way. Lost girl is now accompanying you. Yeah. Run! I love how she's got the fucking warrior chest piece on. The defending version. The divine Manusia love these flowers much like we do. Mother said that the red petals symbolize life and remind the divinities of the lifeblood that is the source of their power. Can I mount with her with me? And if people don't get that joke, you clearly didn't play Drone Shadowbringers. Right, where is this flower I'm meant to be picking? Oh, right there. Mother told me these orange flowers are favoured by the gods of Maruga. Didn't the colour of her petals remind you of the rising sun? Its nourishing rays are the source of power for Maruga, and they cherish these flowers above all others. I love that you can mount now. Rather than having to actually fucking walk everywhere. Oh, thank the gods, I'm so glad she's safe. I apologise for troubling you, but I really wanted to see Mother again. I couldn't imagine visiting Perugia without the flowers in hand. If I offer these to the gods, surely they'll allow Mother to return to us, right? Will you come with us? Here you offer this flower to the Maruga and offer this one to the Mansuya. The gods will be so happy to receive them. Slow walk. Look, she's like, will you accompany us? We're right here. Thank you, thank you. I can't wait to see Mother again. Yes, yes, me too. Why don't we return home? We can prepare the soup she likes so much. Thank you, traveller, for all you've done. Meet me again at the village and I'll see what you're awarded for your kindness. Ah, Shulk is sleepy again. Just trying to get that well-rested buff. Everyone good? Everyone still here? Having a good day? The weather is miserable around here. Not in game, in real life. Welcome, my daughter is safe and sound and in high spirits. Perugia is said to be a place where we can commune with the spirits of our ancestors. Doubtless she believes that her little expedition will bring her lost mother back. Regardless, I will see that she doesn't wander off by herself again. You've proven yourself worthy of your reputation today. Chitter chitter hee. Chitter chitter hee. Well, this is a strange quest already. Chitter chitter hee haw. What the fuck is this quest? I am following a lemur bush baby. Well, this is a quest. You've come upon an elderly Arroy woman, bent over in pain and breathing haggardly. Provide what treatment you can to her. Alrighty then. Thank you, I feel much better now. A terrible beast fell upon me, and I fled, quickly losing my bearings in the thick woods. This kindly creature guided me to safety, but my wounds pained me. How long ago was that? Bells ago? Days ago? I cannot say. Chitter chitter hee! Of course, little friend. Thank you for delivering this kind soul to me. I owe you my life. Chitter chitter hee hee hee! We shouldn't stay here, for nowhere outside the village gates is safe. I believe I can return safely on my own. Seek me out, and I shall see you are rewarded for what you have done. Pheasant. Ah, my saviour arrives at last. I feel right as rain now, and all thanks to your ministrations. And that creature, of course, I haven't seen it since returning here. The legend of this island say that the Hanuman Langas are servants of the divinities, appearing when they deign to show an interest in worldly affairs. I think there may be some truth to those tales. I must remember to make an offering when I'm able. As for your reward, however, please take this, and I shall never forget the goodwill you showed me. I do like this as a village. Like, it's a cool design. With I'd love to build this on a game sometime, or something of this design. You have a look in your eyes I am well familiar with. You wish to see the threads of fate which guide you, yes? What if I told you they could be illuminated through the fine art of reading chai tea? Yes, the last remnant of a cup of tea can show your fate. The leaves and spices in the cup spelling out a message for those who can read it. This art has been perfected over generations in Thavnair, and I'm willing to share it with you. Are you willing to take my gift? Splendid. Before we begin, however, you must gather the spices we will use with your own hands. It's the only way to attune the tea to your destiny. I have marked on your map a location when you can harvest 3 different spices. You will choose 2 of these, and do not make this choice lightly. It may very well decide the course of your future. But I like how it's like indented into the ground and then has all the little huts around. I think that's a really cool design. Like, as I say, I'd love to build something like that on a game. Right, bay leaf, needle leaf. I'm gonna go with needle leaf because I like the sound of that. Fuck, I didn't read what that said. The fortune teller wrote that talisman need a leaf dispels negative thoughts, bringing a sense of calm to those who consume them. Right, let's see what they actually all do first. The fortune teller wrote that the Thavnair bay leaf improves the workings of the stomach, preventing discomfort and embarrassing irregularities on the gut. Well, we want that. Don't want my characters shitting themselves. So we're going with either it raises body temperature and expels toxin and other harmful body substances from the body. So we'll go with that. So we need a leaf. I love how it kind of looks from the back as if like Shulk is dabbing as she's riding this. Fucking hell, doing that's making me see shit in the corner of my eyes now. Like, I just had like little flashes of white noise kind of everywhere in my eyes. You have returned with the spice, I see. You hold your future in your hands. Now give them to me and I shall brew you tea you are not soon to forget. Tell me my future. Logics is speaking to me, give me a second. That's great. And here you are, this tea will decide your destiny, but that doesn't mean it cannot be delicious as all. I hope I don't have to convince you to drink it until the final drop. Tell me my destiny! See, delicious, yes? Now pass the cup to me and I will read your fate. Ah, most curious, fascinating. There is a great revelation ahead of you, a revelation that involves the gods themselves. What will you learn? How will it change you? But he does not say. Well, how does it feel? A glimpse of foresight is often an enlightening experience, and I hope that my humble skills can dispel doubt in the days ahead. Thank you for giving me the chance to hone my craft further. It's funny because I know what she's referencing. Egads, my knees, my ears are catching up to me. That's me. My knees. You there, traveller. Might you have some time to spare for an old maid? As I fled from the chaos that erupted, I took a terrible spill and dropped a charm that is very important to me. And can you believe it? One of those flea-infested Hamarman and Langers scooped it up from the ground and scurried off into the woods. Foresight. Would that I still had my youth, I'd skewer that fiend at the end of my spear. Alas, my vigour isn't what it once was, and I'm still aching from that fall besides. You'll have your charm back, don't worry. I need a drink. My throat is getting dry. Really? You'd do that for me? Guava and pineapple is what I'm drinking. Really nice. Really nice on the throat. The animal ran off towards the font of Maya, fell it quickly, and returned my charm to me, please. How else am I to defend myself from fate's cruel machinations? Resilient souls, I salute you! Whoa. Come here. 1, 2, death. Are you kidding? What? How dare they survive? Oui? Huh? Huh? It says there's one right here. Is there a door I'm not seeing or something? Okay. You know what? Foul cleave these fuckers. How have I still not got this charm? Do any of you want to drop it? Oh, I see. The thing I'm seeing on my map aren't actually the thingies, they are parts of the towers. Right, but do you guys want to drop the thing that I'm after? I'm literally slaughtering all of you. There we go. Piece of stupid quest. Honestly. That just reminded me of a quest back on World of Warcraft, and when you started as a Tauren and you was in Mulgore and you had to collect like a feather from a plains beak and then like wolf meat, but then like something from, basically needed 4 items from 4 different mobs, but the drop chance of each of the items was something like 2%, and so it's so fucking long. You will return at last, and none too soon. I feel that something terrible is soon to happen. Were you able to slay that monster? Yeah, you know which one I mean, right, Pheasant? Yes, this is it. This is it. I can already feel my vitality returning, such as it is. Death shall have to wait many years yet. Thank you, traveller. I received this charm in my youth when I was handed my spear, and deemed a warrior true. It was passed down through our order, and I keep it still to remember my halcyon days. Although my fighting days are long behind me, I would be happy to impart some small measure of knowledge to the stewards of... In time, I shall give this charm away, just as it was given to me. When I relinquish it, I shall tell to its recipient of your bravery this day. But your deeds might echo into the future. Please take this as a reward. It's the least I can give. Definition of ball ache. These stories you paint you as a ferocity incarnate. And by the sight of you, I don't reckon they're too far from the truth. You mind lending me an ounce of your that ferocity to catch some prey? The healers from the village have tasked me with hunting down the beast, possessing a right deadly venom. I'm at a loss of how to go about it, but with 2 strapping hunters, I'm sure we'll find a way. So are you with me? I just look forward to seeing what you can do. Well then, I'll mark it to the north. I trust you'll keep up with me. Bruh. Bruh. You came, good. I thought that there was a slim possibility you'd lose heart and sink off, but I'm glad to be proven wrong. I set up 3 traps around the perimeter, a piece of fresh meat mixed with medicine that will dull the sense of any beasts greedy enough to eat them. If they've worked like I think they should, all you should have to do is scoop the bajoma up in the sack. Now, animals aren't known for sharing, so there's a chance one might try to take our prize. If one does, slay it and bring it to me. I'm sure I'll think of a way to use it. I think I can leave the rest in your hands. I'm off to hunt a different prey, one with too many legs and altogether unpleasant disposition. When we're both done with our task, let us meet back here. Best of luck. So... One. Two. So the enemy is going to be this last one then. Oh, would you look at that? What a shocker. Shocked Pika face. Be gone! You was a vegan, now you will be gone. You've got a healthy look about you. I take it that means you're avoiding any run-ins with the venom, eh? Let me see what you caught. 5 of 12, you managed to kill one? It takes 3 of us days of planning to achieve such a feat, yet you did it with nary a bead of sweat on your brow. The stories were true indeed. I take this to the healers straight away. Find me again in the village and you'll have your well-deserved meal. Reward. Meal? Where am I getting meal from? I'm going nuts. The venom's getting to me. It's good to see you return, friend. The healers were impressed with our work, but I made sure they knew it was you who single-handedly slew that Bajanga. The healers use their venom to make a salve that numbs the skin, useful for when they need to cut the rot out or administer some other ghastly treatment. Anyway, it's good work today. May the hunt be prosperous. Might you have a few moments to spare? Our healers are overwhelmed with a number of injured and sick, and even a single pair of hands will go a long way towards easing the burden. Some of their duties require them to venture into the jungle, a dangerous prospect at the best of times, but a death sentence under current conditions. Perhaps you could lend them your aid. If you would offer your capable arm to their aid, please do so. They will be all too glad to accept it, I'm sure. Rower. What? You're here to help? Of course. I am glad for any assistance afforded to me. I have just a task for one such as you, in fact. Oh, my fucking legs are sore. In troubled times such as these, it is ever the medicine which first runs dry. I've sent an assistant to procure a resupply from the Great Work, but apparently she has run into a bit of trouble on her way back. It seems something is preventing her from completing the delivery. Although she was scarce on the details, unfortunately, circumstances being what they are, we haven't been able to spare a single person to send her aid. Until now, that is. Travel to the Wakeful Tirana, where my assistant awaits, and see if you can't solve this little conundrum she's encountered. Are you here to help? Thank the God. Apologies for the imposition, but I just can't carry the supplies any further. I'm afraid my constitution doesn't allow for such strenuous labour. Oh, my knees. You look to have a stout pair of legs under you. Could you deliver the medicine in my stead? I must rest. Yes, just lie a bit of lie down. It's all in this crate here. Please hurry. The people of Palakistan are in dire need. Would that I had more strength to give. Deliver the medicine. Whoa! Pro gamer parkour. Be gone. Be gone. Oh, thank God. I thought like if it hit me, I dropped it. Whew. No, nerf you, Sandy. Thank you for picking up the slack, so to speak. I must remember that not all of my assistants are fit for such demanding labour. I will administer this medicine to those in need as soon as I can. It was Utpala who entreated you to help me, yes? Pray inform her that all is well and give her my gratitude. You've been out quite a while. I trust the healer has kept you busy. Oh, she knows who I am? Well, all I did was pass information along, but if she sends her thanks, then who am I to deny them? The healers have barely had a wink of sleep as of late. I'm no fighter, nor do I have a mind for healing, but I'm happy to help where I can. Here, take this for your kind service. We have 4 more normal, and then 1 is a quest... Well, 3 more normal, and then 1 is a quest line. Oh, you're the one who slew that terrible beast, aren't you? Big and brawny, just the type of woman I'm looking for. I have a job that I believe will suit you perfectly. There's a reward at the end of it, if that motivates you to keep listening. I make my living as a weaver, and as I've had an idea to craft armour for the Radiant Host that defend our walls. However, the scales I require are in short supply. Scales from long-lived Pisaka are nigh indestructible, but such animals lead quick and brutal lives. Finding an aged specimen is difficult, slaying one even more so. Still, they are animals all the same, and cannot resist the allure of fresh meat. If you were to use the corpse of a goose sire, then the scent of blood will surely draw out a prized specimen. It's a somewhat dangerous task, but I suspect you've seen much worse. Look at that almost clean map. Can't wait to have that everywhere again. Oh, no, every patch exactly what's new quests that I need to do. And now say chivalry is dead. I'd advise you go right back to the beginning logics and do the ones in like the cities that you no longer need. Maybe even level some jobs, because obviously you have jobs that are unleveled. Like, just find like the lowest level stuff you can do, pick one of your lowest level jobs and do that. Trust me, it's really nice when you finally have your screen just clean of anything. Whenever you go to a map and it's just like, oh, nothing's here, and now I know what's new. Well, you can still do some of the lower stuff just for the sake of getting them off your map. That's the point. Pheasant, have you been on yet? There's a fucking gold sorcerer event where you get some emotes. How goes the hunt? Do you have the scales? Which is a point. Slandy, there's a gold sorcerer event that has an emote, a couple of emotes from it. You might want to do that. Why, these are even more splendid than I could have imagined. The Bisaka are dangerous prey to be sure, but the reward for conquering them is well worth it. In our legends, they are portrayed as devils that feast upon the flesh of man. The goddess Mindrova bought one low by piercing its eye, and nowhere else would yield to her weapon. The legends have an ounce of truth to them, for over the years, many years, the Pisaka scales have become imbued with metallic substances. By weaving them into thread, one can make a material of uncommon strength. Surely our defenders would appreciate garments made of such a material, yes? I cannot fight myself, but if such skills as I possess can help us through this struggle, then I must do what I can. And for your part in aiding me in this, take this, you deserve it. Yeah, the emote that you can get, by the way, Slandy and Pheasant, is... And... Plus you get 50% MGP bonus right now on every income of MGP. Which is a point. Logics. Don't forget to do your fashion report because you get 50% bonus on that as well. I've heard about all the good you've done for our village and we're all thankful for it. I hate to impose upon your generosity further, but if you have a moment to spare, could you lend me your stout arm? I would ask you to search for my father. I haven't seen him for bowels, and after asking around it seems he may have left the village and ventured north. The divinities only know why he went alone, but if I were to follow him, I'd likely end up at the bottom of some beast's belly within a arm. Please find him and return him safely to our home. I am become death. Oh, thank the heavens, I'd resign myself to becoming food for those dreadful things. What's that? My daughter sent you to find me? I thought no one saw me leave the village, but I suppose I am not as sly as I thought. And now I've caused her and you no end of worry. The number of people fleeing to our village increases by the day, and although I would never begrudge them protection, it does put a strain on our food supplies. I took up my old fishing equipment, hoping I could make some small contribution. Children need hearty meals to grow after all. Filling our stores is the least I can do to ease us through these troubled times. Think you could help this old fool on his errand? No, you didn't. Your generosity is much appreciated. I've already set up several cages near the water. All you have to do is check them and bring me anything they've caught. Wow, toxic Sandy, I can't believe you're leaving me. Not even a goodbye. Sad. Oh. Why even start on a warrior? Just give me a second. Well, that was weird. My stream just cancelled on my screen, on my laptop. It said network error, I had to reload the player. Apparently having a go at Sandy messed me up. I trust the river wasn't too cold for you, so what did you find? I hope my fishing skills haven't gone rusty in my old age. Yeah, no, it's just on my end. That's what I like to see. Plump and juicy, just what we need. This will keep the refugees fed for another day, I reckon. And that's how we have to get through this, one day at a time. Alright, let's return to my daughter. I'm sure she's had a fill of worry on my account. Right, one more normal quest, and then the side quest storyline, and then we'll probably have one more than likely that like combines them or some shit. I've been waiting for you. My father returned and told me all you did for him and for our village. It seems I owe you thanks for 2 good deeds today. Palakistan has long been a place where the stewards of the shrines and tombs resided. That's to say, we've been focused mainly on meeting the needs of the departed, not the living. As such, I understand my father's desire to see our food stores bolstered, but if he gets himself killed, we'll all be worse off for it. Thankfully, we needn't worry about that, for today at least. Take this as a gesture of gratitude from both father and I. Oh, quests appeared. Lol. Say, how are you at solving riddles? I've been staring at this parchment for bells, and all I've achieved is a terrible headache. If you could spare a moment, might you take a look? These words were written by a kindly old Arcasadora who helped me flee from the beasts. Unfortunately, he was stuck in our escape and the healers were unable to save him. For the compassion he showed me, I would like nothing more than to unravel the meaning of his message. Alas, I fear it's quite beyond me. As the waning sun casts light upon the stone trunk, at its end you shall find a treasure most profound. Wrest the key from crossed hands and open the way to riches. Now I know most of these words, but in order they all seem to lose all meaning. I am having particular trouble with the phrase stone trunk. What could it be referring to? Some statue, prodigious trunk. Ah, indeed, when you put it that way, the link becomes quite clear. It would look quite striking near the font of Maya, where indeed such a statue towers over its surroundings. That must be it. It's worth a look at anyway. I think I'll go there now, in fact. Are you come along? Sure you'd like to know if we've cracked this riddle. Actually, I'd like there not to be any more quests to appear, but, you know. Good, good. It's always better to have a companion at your side. Well then, let's make haste to the font of Maya. First one there gets to pick up the treasure. Ugh. There you are. Just so you know, I was joking about that first pick of the treasure thing. We should be equal partners, yes? Now, looking at the parchment, there are two locations we should investigate. The treasure this trunk is supposed to lead us toward, and the hand which holds the key. For expedience's sake, I say we split up. If the key is located where I think it is, it may be difficult to find without some method of traversing the air. You do appear to be quite strapping, however. Either way, you can choose which one you'd like to investigate. Let's just get the tree key. Excellent choice. Well, when I leave a parchment with you, I've read it so many times I've quite memorized it. If you become lost in the maze of your own thoughts, simply consult it and it should set you on the right path. Let's commence the hunt, shall we? Oh, look at that. I found the key. Such hard, much wow. Yeah, logic. So that's because you don't have a house now. If you wait till after this stream, Logics, I'll help you with that. I have something that I can do for you. Perfect timing, I've just completed my task. You've done the same. You truly have the spirit of a treasure hunter. I know we're both burning with curiosity, but let's wait to open this box until we return to Palaka's stand. Mysteries can so rarely be savoured. Ah yes, as an unpaid advertisement, this is the mount you get for buying the collector's edition of Endwalker. I am not in any way sponsored by Final Fantasy or Square Enix. Finally, you've arrived, although with Square Enix, if you want to change that, you know, hit me up. Finally, you've arrived. Now the key goes into the lock. Curious, this jewel appears quite ancient. Judging from the symbols etched onto it, it once belonged to an Arcasadora practitioner of magic. That's surprising, I suppose. The place we found it was once used by their mages for various rituals and such. They moved deeper into the jungle during recent years, but my saviour likely knew of the temple's history. This may have been his way of thanking me for rescuing him, although my efforts were for naught. I feel ill deserving of such a prize. I shall use this to help the refugees to rebuild their shattered homes. As for you, well, I did promise you a share, yes. Not exactly half, but I hope it pleases. You're the traveller who rescued the tribe of Mervyn and Crowstaff, yes? Do you have a moment to spare for the brave souls that watch over our village? With the radiant host short-handed, the courageous among us have volunteered to climb those treacherous cliffs and keep a lookout for any approaching beasts. I would make their long days easier with a home-cooked meal, but I cannot reach the summit on my own. Every mount that might carry me there is otherwise indisposed, but I don't believe that will prove a problem to one so as resourceful as you. If you would be so kind, please deliver these meals to the lookouts at the summit. I'll pay you for your troubles, and if that will help speed things along. Let's go, and then hopefully I have one more of these non-storyline quests, and then one storyline quest. And I will note to those who are watching, just in case you're worried about spoilers, by storyline quest I mean a quest that is a long quest line and not just simply one quest. The sounds of my stomach would drown out the alarm. Say, you didn't bring anything to eat, did you? Ah, I knew I recognized the heavenly scent. Spices to fortify the spirit and tea to sharpen the senses. This will tide me over until my replacement arrives. Let smells set my stomach rumble in something fierce. Pray tell me you've bought enough to share. It's all for me? Why thank you, I was beginning to dread the rest of my watch. There's nothing like a spiced curry to keep hunger away. I've never seen a container quite like this before. Not a drop of curry was spilled in your flight, and it's still piping hot. Thank you, my friend. Shulk the witch. It should have said nothing like a spicy curry. For God's sake, logics. I can see you delivered the meals. If you had eaten them, I would have been able to smell your guilt. I am grateful, as I'm sure the lookouts are as well. Long ago we would post soldiers upon those cliffs so that we might see invaders approaching by sea. To think something much worse would eventually cross the ocean. Regardless, we are blessed that nature has provided us a way to watch for danger. I hope to keep our lookouts fed for as long as I can. Excuse me, but you're a traveller, yes? Would you be willing to take on a personal request? I'm worried for the safety of a friend of mine and would ask you to check on them. Thank you. I know you have no shortage of demands on your time, my friend. You see, he's a bit of a private person, and I only wish to know how he is faring after the recent troubles. However, the journey to his abode is much too dangerous for me to attempt alone, and I wouldn't dare ask another villager to go in my stead. A traveller with a sharp blade, however, could surely get the task done with little effort. He resides in a jungle to the northwest, or at least he used to. I'll mark the location on your map. His name is Sushena, and if you say his name, he should respond. If my worst fears have come to pass and he is wounded, please use this medicine to treat his wounds. You'll be rewarded for your efforts, but I suspect you would have helped me even if I had nothing to give in return. Yeah, don't ask me, Lodrix. Translation, maybe? You hear faint sounds of an animal in pain, a murmur came from the direction of a bus. Investigate its source. The Yeti appears to be wounded. Perhaps the medicine provided to you will alleviate its suffering. Alrighty then. Huff huff, gua, pant, and gah. Although you cannot understand the Yeti's word, you can sense the gratitude behind them. Turn to young Arkstorm and inform him that his friend is well. And then we have this quest line, and I assume once we've done that, it will open up another quest line. Welcome back, traveller. So how was he? Oh, that's horrible. Still, I suppose I can be grateful that you could treat his wounds. I owe Shoshana my life. Oof. When I was attacked by one of those terrible Pisaka, Shoshana's roar drove the monster off. That was the start of our friendship, one I've treasured ever since. But my family has forbidden me from venturing into the woods, so I haven't been able to check up on him. I know they're only worried for my safety, but still. You should explain everything to them. You're right, of course. Surely if I explain Sushana's bravery and selflessness, they'd understand. I've nothing to lose by trying anyways. Thank you. Not only did you save Sushana, but you've reminded me what true friendship is worth. It's not much, but please, take this. Right. Questline time. Oh, excuse me, did you need something? Wait, you're her, the very woman who saved Mevin's child. Shulk, was it? Yep. Congrats on the 90k MGP. I knew it. I'm Yezan, an alchemist that did great work. I am but one of a few who are looking after the triad as she makes her recovery. Mevin and Krevasaf were dear friends of mine. Thank you for everything you've done for their daughter. Her condition is on the mend, I'm sure you'll be glad to hear. We've been taking turns checking in on her. The last thing she needs is a gaggle of adults fussing over her day and night. That being said, when she is healed fully, there's the question of who will be in charge of her care. For the love I bore her parents, I would gladly take her in as my own, but that would mean raising her away from her home. Moreover, I am yet to be wed, and my duties consume so much of my time, I can scarcely focus on my own care, let alone that of a growing child. I doubt my ability to give her the love she deserves. Love equal to that her parents gave her. She deserves better than that, so I've considered finding someone more suitable. It's the least I can do, and truth be told, perhaps the best option. Even so, although I was born here, much of my life was spent at the great work. I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest idea who to ask, even if I had the time to do so. You, however, seem to be well loved among the people here. Could you ask around in my stead? It would be much more effective use of my time to prepare medicine for the wounded and sick. I apologise for imposing such an enormous task upon you, but I would trust no one else with it. When you've finished, come to my hut to the south of the settlement and we can discuss any potential parental candidates. Thought I saw a yellow thing in there. The child, none dote over her quite like Yezahan, but I understand alchemy isn't a merciful trade for a parent. Still, there's no one else that comes to mind when I consider the question. I'd volunteer to take her in myself, but with the chaos of recent events, it's difficult enough to see that me and mine are fed and clothed. I know I'm not the only one facing such hardships either. Who do I think is the most suitable to care for the child? Yezahan is the obvious choice. Dependable, loyal and dutiful, every quality you would desire in a parent. I know he does become so absorbed in his research, but that devotion has made him a peerless alchemist. Who better is there to look after someone so sickly as her? If you ask me, Parasin is the most motherly among us. She had a child of her own not long ago, so I reckon there's no one better to be a wet nurse. That being said, times have been troubled to us all. It might be unseemly to ask her to take on such a burden unless she was willing. Oof, my knee. My old man knees. Welcome to my humble workshop, Shulk. I'm almost too nervous to ask, but what did the others say? Someone nominated me? Well, that was neither here nor there. You said Parasin's name was mentioned? She was a good friend to Mevin, it's true, but there are other factors at play that make me reticent to ask her. Simply put, I'd rather not burden her further if it can be avoided. That being said, we don't exactly have the luxury of choice, all things considered. I suppose I would be remiss if I didn't at least speak with her. I owe the child that much. Will you accompany me, Shulk? A supportive presence by my side would help me find the right words. Parasin should be nearby, doubtless watching over her own child. I must deliver this medicine before speaking with her, so please go on ahead. Yeah then, it's good to see you, and who is this with you? Parasin, meet Shulk. She's the hero who saved Mevin and Krasaf's daughter. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. Thank you for your bravery. I've heard tell of the trouble she's been through since. I hope that you're able to see her return to health soon. It has been trying, to be sure, but we must look forward to the day she is hale. Everyone is doing their utmost to make it so. The question remains as to where she will go from there, however. I've considered taking her into my home, but I fear my qualifications as a parent are somewhat lacking. I know you two have been a dear friend to Mevin, and as such only thought it meet to ask if you're willing to care for her daughter. If you are, I would do everything in my power to see that she is given into your care. I'm flattered. Mevin was as family to me, and I view her child as my own. I would do anything to see her raised into as brave a woman as her mother. However, I cannot care for her. I am not worthy to care for her. Worthy? What does that? My apologies. I understand it was a sudden request, and no small one besides. Please forgive the imposition. I'll be in the village for some time yet. Should you require treatment for you and yours, please seek me out. I will. Thank you, Yezen. I would speak with you further, Shulk. Let's return to my dwelling. I wasn't too forceful, was I? I simply asked her if she was willing. I didn't mean to make her feel obligated to agree. I found her words somewhat mystifying. Not worthy? What could that mean? I'm not usually not one to pry, but this worries me. I consider Parasin a friend, and I am loath to leave her to her troubles. I know it's still a matter of a child. I shall have to think on what to do from here. I may need your help again soon, Shulk. I hope you are willing. Well then, if you're willing, I have a task that requires immediate attention. It's simple but essential. Namely the gathering of herbs. The child is in a vulnerable state, and I would fortify her against further sickness. There are also more wounded in this village than There are also more wounded in this village than I anticipated, and my stores have begun running low. It would be best to replenish them while time affords us an opportunity. Can I count on you to help me? Splendid. I require several of the reddish summer herbs which grow among the shrubbery to the northeast. With both of us working in tandem, I wager we should have enough gathered before the next bell. English is indeed very fucking hard. Oh look, apparently battle can happen. Oh look, apparently battle did happen. I love how he just stood there. I saw the creatures emerge from the brush, but you felled them before I had the chance to be frightened. I'm glad you survived unscathed. If that had been me, shudder. Anyway, did you manage to find the Sommer? Excellent work, excellent work. My search came up. Appears we're not the only ones seeking this particular herb. Shouldn't come as a surprise, I suppose. This area is well known for the medicinal plants which we grow here. If my supplies run low once more, perhaps I should ask the villagers if they have any to spare. For now, I believe we've found all we can. Let's return to Palaka's stand. Meow! Fuck off. As I suspected, we weren't the only ones searching the jungle. I returned to my quarters to find a bag positively stuffed to the brim with herbs, including Soma, in fact. I asked a nearby colleague who delivered this bounty, and they told me it was one of the Arcasadora stewards. I believe I know who it is. Her name is Sula, a shy one, but obviously kind of heart. I spied her eavesdropping on our conversation with Parasine, poorly I might add. I apologise for asking more of you at the end of a trying day, but would you speak with her for me? Offer our thanks for the herbs and perhaps find out if she knows anything about Parasine's troubles. For my part, I'll begin synthesizing the medicine at once. Sula should be somewhere nearby. I pray you have a productive conversation. Oh, you are... I mean, who are you? Do you require something from me? The herbs, I came upon them while hunting, nothing more. I have heard that medicine made from them is effective in treating the ailments of young children. It seemed only meet that I should do my part, as it were. What do you know of Parasine's troubles? Very well, I believe I can shed some light on the root of Parasine's distress. That is what you wish to hear, yes? He hasn't asked you to speak with me, just as he asked you to gather his herbs. Well then, perhaps it is best for us to speak all together. Go to him and allow me some time to gather my thoughts. I shall approach you when I'm ready. Ooh. Let me stretch, guys. Holy fuck. You're just in time. I've only just finished synthesizing the medicine. So, did Sula tell you anything of interest? Oh well, I suppose I can hear it straight from her. I appreciate that you felt it fit to include me. Firstly, I owe you an apology. I was sneaking about out of concern for Parasine. I know what it is that weighs on her mind, you see. That is what you want to know, yes. The story is troubling to hear, and even more troubling to hate. Before I tell you, you must promise me that you will be her strength in the days to come. Of course, anything to help a friend. Daza, her beloved husband, was killed. When the veil of chaos descended upon the world, he fled into the jungle and transformed into one of those terrible beasts. He returned here a monster, where my sister Chopper met his wrath. Neither of them survived the ensuing struggle. I was there as well. Despite his monstrous form, I knew it was Daza. I froze in terror while Chopper stood undaunted. She fought alone for my cowardice. It was my fault she died. I knew this, and yet I laid the blame on Parasine's shoulders. I lashed out at her, cursing her for her husband's cowardice. When we both should have comforted the other in mourning, I turned my back on her. I left her to bear the burden of not one, but 2 deaths. It is only natural that she would be hesitant to look after another, given that. I was a fool to condemn Passerine. When it was my duty to protect the people here, I have wanted nothing more than to apologize since that day, but I fear my words were too cruel to forgive. I cannot stand to meet her gaze. It was a difficult time for everyone. We often lose ourselves in moments of crisis, but so long as we find our way back, we are worthy of forgiveness. Chappa would agree, I'm sure. She wouldn't blame you for what has happened, nor would she want you to blame yourself. Parasine doubtless feels the same. You are right. I must apologize to her. That is the only course. Shelk was it? I will speak with Parasine, but I require some time to muster my courage. Soon, I promise. Thank you for lending an ear to my troubles, Shulk. If you're willing, there is a place I would travel to, and I wish for you to accompany me. Administering to my duties may help calm my nerves. To that end, I mean to inspect the temples for signs of disrepair. After we have finished, I hope to find the courage to once again look Parasine in the eyes. With all the monsters about, most of my attention as of late has been focused on finding and protecting those who have fled. With the arrival of the Radiant Host, however, there is finally time to return this long-neglected duty. I too must ask that you go with Sula, knowing that their holy places are being cared for. Fuck me. May set these people's hearts at ease. Even an ounce of comfort is precious in these trying times. Much appreciated. Would that I could join you, but I'm afraid an alchemist's tools are little use against fangs and claw. That doesn't mean I'll stand idly by, however. I'll remain here and continue making medicine for the children. My hands may be clumsy with a sword and shield, but there are few more adroit with a mortar and pestle. We are blessed indeed to have a pair such as you looking after us. Well then, let us begin the patrol. Our first destination shall be Perusa to the southeast. It is a bit of a trek, so make the proper arrangements before departing. Proper arrangements like flying. Oh, 7 o'clock. Jesus Christ. It has been some time since I have set foot in these hallowed grounds. In times bygone, there were even more such places in this region, but many were moved to Vanaspati. From one of the divinities worshipped here were the words passed down that we might send off our departed with its wisdom. Just as life leads to death, so too does death lead to life. Do not shed tears for the departed, for they have but set foot upon a new journey. Be not forlorn that your paths have diverged, but look forward with joy to the day that they might cross again. For as long as I can remember, I followed in my sister's footsteps. In her absence, I have felt lost. Whenever I think to forge a path of my own making, my legs become heavy and my heart becomes anxious. Sometimes standing still offers new perspective. Thank you, Shulk. Yezan has a generous soul, and to have your wisdom to buoy me is more than I deserve. Would that I could open my heart to Parasine in such a way. This part of the temple appears to be well kept. Let us check the other side, shall we? Alright. Oh, God, my throat. Taking a drink. Fucking hell. This area is in ghastly shape, scratches here and cracks there. Will you help me investigate further? We will cover more ground by searching separately. I shall search around this area. I trust you to do your due diligence. Wow. Anyone would think I'm not like the savior of the fucking universe or something. Don't do it. I said not to fucking do it, you piece of shit. Everyone heard me say it. Since there are common and fragments of them little to the ground, it would be best to replace them. Right, what? Oh, right down here. Yep. Yep. The stones on the foundation appear to be unstable, however, filling in the areas where the grout has fallen away should remedy that. Nope, be gone. The stones here are cracked and require repair. Congrats, Logix, on your triple triad victory. Have you finished? Was it as bad as it looks? I see. This may have been the site of a battle or some other horrible conflict. I must do what I can to see it repaired, though this temple may be remote, the devout do come here on occasion to offer their prayers. Thank you for helping me today. This has helped me forget the crises that plague us and remind me of simpler times. When we would look after the roads and protect the pilgrims on their journeys, I ever looked forward to setting out on a patrol with my sister by my side, but I must find a way to manage without her, to set my foot upon my own path. My first step must be to apologise to Passerine, even if she may refuse it. No more distractions. That being said, if you are at my side, it may be all the easier for me to find the right words. Right. I do actually need to quickly look at something, so give me a sec. Yeah, before I even fucking got there. I was having trouble breathing. Oh, hello, Shulk and Sula. I take it your patrol was fruitful. I've just administered a soothing salve to Passerine's child. She's sleeping soundly now, so us speaking should not wake her. Chaos! I must kill chaos! Passerine, I'm sorry. I should not have said all those horrible things before. I was not in my right mind. It was my fault my sister was killed. I stood frozen in fear when Danzar was attacked. Yet when it was all over, I placed the blame on you. I was a fool. No, Sula, you were right. It was I who couldn't ease his troubles. It was my fault he succumbed to despair that gnawed at his heart. We've all lost something during this tragedy, through no one's fault but fate. There's a reason in your answer, of course, but forgiveness of the self is no simple matter. I am overjoyed to speak with you again, Sula. However, I'm afraid I need more time to come to terms with everything that has occurred. Would that I knew how much Passerine was suffering. I could have been there to comfort her. Perhaps there is something I can do now, something to set her upon the right path. It is plain that Passerine is not yet ready to give herself, but I'm at a loss as to what we should do. Do we leave her be, or is there some way we can help? I, for one, will not stand idly by while she suffers alone. Perhaps if she had someone to remind her of her beloved, she would more easily accept his loss. Passerine never did have the chance to say her farewells. Shulk, I'm afraid I must ask you for your aid once more. Will I have it? It appears I shall be in your debt again, but it's well worth it. During the chaos, most of us fled northwest to the bridge. Let us retrace their steps, and we may find something that belonged to Desar. Pick up anything that catches your eye, and we can share what we have found once we reach the bridge. Thank you for all you have done for Sula thus far, Shulk. Our spirits are already much improved for your efforts. Let's hope that we can effect the same change in Passerine. Desar did enjoy his jewellery and baubles, so it isn't inconceivable that he may have dropped something as he fled. If you should spy anything glittering in the bush, it couldn't hurt to pick it up. Bum 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 bada bum. Bum ba ba dum bum bum ba da bum bum ba ba bum 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 ba da bum bum bum. With a gun of the object, caught your eye at distance and close inspection, it is just a rock. Excuse me, sir. Have you heard of our Lord and Saviour, Valcleve? How goes the search? I found this necklace among the underbrush, one of Desart's favourites, but it seems to be missing the jewel that made it shine so brilliantly. Ah, what's that in your hand? Why, this is it, the very jewellery I spoke of. Will we make an excellent team, eh? However, we cannot give this to Parasine as it is. We must repair it first. Doubtless Yazan will be able to lend his expertise in that respect. Let us return to the village and speak with him. Sula has told me all about your findings. Quite excited. She has gone to find materials so she can polish the necklace to a mirror sheen. As for the jewel, I believe I can take it off your hand for the time being. This repair should prove simple enough. Adhesive is one of the most elementary recipes. Once the necklace is in a presentable shape, I'll bring Sula to visit Passerine. Could you go ahead and tell her to wait for us? If we take longer than expected, I trust you to keep her enraptured with one of your grand tales. You have something for me? I don't recall asking anything of you. Passerine, I would like you to have this, please. This is Desart's necklace. Oh, he was so proud the day he bought this. How in the world did you find it? This wood looks like it belongs in Borderlands or something. I had naught but memories to remind me of him, but this sight of this makes me feel that he isn't so far away after all. There is nothing I can do to change the past, but I can work to help give us both a brighter future. This was the least I could do, and I could not have done it without the help of these two. Thank you for this gift, truly, and for your wise words. I see now that you're right. We mustn't let the tragedies of yesterday keep us rooted in place. All it takes is a simple step forward, but you must want to take it. Well said, well said. Might I add that wounds heal more quickly when a salve is applied to them. When we ignore the pain they cause, they rot. We must take action to see them healed, and rest when we are tired. Only when our energy returns can we move forward, carefully, one step at a time. Yes, one step at a time. Yazan, if it isn't too much trouble, could I help to care for the child? The scars of recent tragedy are yet too fresh for me to take care of her entirely by myself, but even so, that doesn't mean I cannot assist in some small way. I have my own child to look over, of course, but still, if you were to take the child under your wing, I would be happy to assist you whenever you needed me. For the time being, I could be her wet nurse. Any medicine she requires would be your responsibility, I suppose. Together we can see that she emerges from her affliction as hale and as any newborn babe. That is a splendid idea. I must admit I could hardly think of a better arrangement myself. I shall hunt and bring food for the child, that she might grow to be strong like her father and mother. That is what Chappa would do, and one step at a time I shall make her proud. The emptiness I feel at Desart's loss will take some time to fill, but I believe in time I will heal. He would want me to heal. Allow me to thank you once again for all you've done. We owe you more than we can repay. Now I would like to see the child for myself. I'm not one for the subtleties of conversation, but I'd say that went as well as could be expected, wouldn't you? Now come back to my workshop with something I'd like to give you. That's logic. Now the question is, am I correct in believing that this will open another quest? Truth be told, I had already resolved to raise the child myself, but the prospect of having a helping hand is comforting indeed. I suppose the true work starts from here. I'm glad to finally have good news to share with Kurasaf and Mevan. I've been so occupied with treating the sick and injured that I've had little time to think of the departed. My friends really are gone, but I can still honour their memory. If anything has become clear from recent events, it is that the people of this settlement must speak with one another about their troubles. Solitary thoughts can so quickly turn dark. I'm more than capable of treating the wounds we can see, but it takes a community to heal those that are hidden. I admit the latter prospect may take some time for me to become accustomed to. You'll find a way as an alchemist, a friend, and a father. Would that there were more than one of me, eh? Luckily I know more than a few concoctions that will give me the vigour of several men. I only need have the envy to brew them. Regardless, I apologise for dragging you all along all this time, even though I doubt we would have arrived at such an amicable conclusion without you, so I retract my apology. Although our parents are no longer with us, I must do my utmost to raise their child in a way that would meet their approval. I owe my friends that much. What a surprise! Shulk, just the woman I was hoping to see. Now that I've had the opportunity to speak with more of the people here, I realise their plight is even more dire than I had imagined. The recent crisis has caused the flow of supplies to grind to a halt, and the people can scarcely meet with their daily needs. This would be the case even without the influx of refugees. One way we might alleviate this is to requisition a shipment from Yedlamad, but the process takes precious time. I fear that many would starve before we see a single sack of grain. All of this exasperated by the lack of able-bodied fighters. The wounded are many, and there are few who would have the strength or skill to guard us from the beasts lurking in the forest. The Radiant Host would give their lives to protect us and have, but every day more of them are injured. Bravery alone is only worth so much in the face of overwhelming numbers. And while I am much appreciative of your help so far, I am not so naive as to think that you'll remain here indefinitely. Had we another of your skill to aid us, we might at least stand a chance to weather the worst of the storm. However, my time at the Great Work was spent largely in solitude, and the people of this village know of little beyond its walls. But you've been to the furthest reaches, in fact, yes. Do you know of anyone else who might lend their stout arm to these humble folk? I know, just an adventure as fierce as I, if not more so. I mean, it's bullshit, but still. I knew I could count on your wide web of storied personages. Ogle and Kankani say, I believe we may be able to kill two birds with one stone with that pair. Unfortunately, my hands are full of meeting the medicinal needs of the village. Seeing as you're already acquainted with these fellows, could you appeal to them on our behalf? Apologies for once again putting so much on your shoulders, but it is for the good of one and all. Can I count on your assistance? Thank you, friend. Well then, off to Yedlamad to meet this Kinkane. Safe travels, and I will pray that you return with good news. This should be the last quest. Should. What I'll do is I'll do this. Then I will return to Razathan, and we shall see if anything has popped up there. But this should be the last one. Kankana. Right, but in Shulk, I had wondered when you might walk through my door. You'll be pleased to hear that young Rakashir has taken to adventuring like a thief to a coin purse. He is more than capable enough to assist me on my less arduous tasks. Indeed, his future is bright. However, as much as it heartens me to see you, I sense your visit isn't entirely motivated by a curiosity on our affairs, yes? I see. I did not know that Palakistan was beset by such troubles. but I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, all things considered. Naturally, I should do all in my power to help. A few words to the right people, and the merchants will have a shipment of supplies ready in a matter of bells. Inform this Yezan that aid is on the way, and for much less coin than the merchants would usually charge. This chaos has gripped all of us at hand, and it is only together that we shall find the strength to release ourselves from it. And if you require an adventure, then look no further. The supplies that require brave souls to defend them, correct? When I offer mine, will await you at the gates. Wait, for me, I'm coming too. Oh, that annoys me. She's got the backpack. Kinkana made good in her word. Not that I doubt she would. The merchants were likely all too eager to make such a sizable trade. They even provided us with bags and coats for the journey. And it appears Rakashir will be joining us. Try as I might to convince him otherwise, his mind's made up. Hopefully this will prove to be another learning experience for him. My grandmother always did say the road forward is paved with good deeds. The three of us shall see that no beast will lay fang or claw upon these provisions. There are more supplies to come, but they will be delivered by the Radiant Host. We shall be the vanguard, the harbingers of salvation for Palaka's stand. And with that, let us be off. It annoys me that we still don't have that bag as a fashion item. Holy shit, we have to go literally all the way across the map. You'd think that one of the things that these people would do would be to create some sort of ramp here down the cliff so that they can simply go to one another without this. Like, why have it where you have to go all the way around here, and then around here, and then down here, and then around here to get to here? Why don't you just have a path this way, ramp down, path up, or stairs, and then a road there? Honestly. Where even is she? Why is she over here? Oh. Look like she's going to be all strong but isn't fighting. Also, where's her bag gone? That was a splendid display indeed. Your bravery never ceases to impress. I've never seen such a fierce warrior. I dare say she's every bit your equal. Children are so easily impressed. While Shulk is indeed a formidable adventurer, your teacher has made great many deeds to her name, and more yet to come. Now the village is not far, let us march, and I shall challenge any monster to approach. Yeah, she's got so many more deeds than me. Hold on, you forgot the supplies. Ah, there's the bag. But yeah, like, oh yeah, she's got so many good deeds to her name. It's not like I saved the fucking universe. Imagine trying to compare yourself to the Warrior of Light. Like, I don't care how fucking good you think you are, you still wouldn't. You'd have to be literally insane to believe yourself on par with the Warrior Light. Did you see that, Rakashir? Mark well how quickly that beast succumbed to the flurry of blades, in no small part thanks to his brave Arcasadora. Ah, so this is the adventure that Yerzan spoke of. Not since my last hunt with sister have I fought so effortlessly with another. I never have I felt so invigorated to have such a mighty Arcasadora fighting by my side. How do you keep it up? Just watching you has me out of breath. Endurance is the product of long hours of practice, lad. Well then, it seems my hunt is finished. Let us return to Palaka's stand before we draw the attention of something deadlier. Yazan will be eager to speak with you upon your return. Do not keep him waiting for long. Logix, are you still on FF, by the way? There you are. Sula told me that you've bought both the supplies and the protection you promised. She is at present preparing the game she hunted. She has promised to spar with me afterwards. I am fast feeling that I have made the right choice in coming here. I am grateful for it last. It would do Sula good to have your energizing presence by her side. I understand that there are yet more supplies to come. I must find a way to thank the merchants and the one who spurred them to action. Kinkana, was it? She will spare no effort to see whether I'm built. It seems we found a reliable ally, thanks to you. Oh, teacher, don't forget, we should ask about the journal we found. Yes, of course, I was just about to mention it. The bee Sula and I found was holding fast to this. Perhaps you know who Sona is. This Mancia, yes I do in fact know who penned this journal. They were dear friends of mine. Unfortunately they didn't survive the tragedy that befell us. I see, I am sorry for your loss. Thank you, luckily their memory lives on in their child, and now this journal. When she comes of age I'll show this to her, that she might know who her parents were. Life is but a string of meetings and farewells. It is our memory that sustain us, that give us life. In this way, those whose journey has ended watch over those with the strength to step forward into a new day. Of all the wisdom grandmother passed down, I hold this to be the most precious. Memories are the greatest treasure that we can leave behind. Your grandmother had a way with words. She could have taught even the divinities a thing or two. I dare say you might be right, young Ricochet. I'm not half so wise as she was, but her sage advice has been a beacon which has always guided me true. Truth be told, I first accompanied you here to repay the debt I owed, as grandmother would have wanted. I see now, however, that fate intended me to be here. In Sula I have met a comrade in arms, and in Ricochet I have found a capable and eager student. For both of their sakes I must strive ever to be better than the day I was before. Perhaps I should take up the art of dance. The fierce display of the Sekishikami compelled me to set down my spear and take up the katana, but the grace and deadliness with which dancers throw their weapons is charm all of its own. Some measure of peace is returned to Matanga, and I believe my skills will put to better use here. An adventure must court challenge after all. My teacher has a daring spirit, if slightly reckless, but worry not, I'll make sure she doesn't come to harm. Have you listened to a single word I've said, Ricochet? You have no notion of the dangers I must brave daily. For now, you should be content to behold the great deeds and learn from them. I wager your adventures will soon take you far from here, Shulk. Rest assured I shall safeguard the people of Palakistan. In your stead, I look forward to hearing tales of your exploits. Well then, the first order of the day is to attune to the Aetheryte and gather information. Jot this lesson down, young Ricochet, for these are the fundamentals of adventuring. Come now. Our lack of supplies was weighing heavily on my mind. I feared for both Passarine and the child, but for the first time in a long while I can breathe easy. Ogo's presence has proved to be a salve on Sula's mood as well. She laughs as she hasn't since her sister's passing. We both have you to thank for our reversals of fortune. Even the departed have benefited from Ogo's arrival. The delivery of the journal was an unexpected boon, and it would doubtless prove to be vital in raising a child. When she becomes old enough to understand its contents, she will come to know the deep love her parents bore for her, a love so steadfast that it will shield her from the world's cruelty. Of course, I intend to tell her all about your part in her salvation as well, but for now there is work to be done for both of us, I'm sure. Wheresoever your travels may take you, don't forget the friends you have made in this corner of Thavnair. And lastly, be safe. If you die before I can repay the debt I owe you, I'll hunt you through the last 7 hells until the ledger is balanced. So let's see it doesn't come to that, eh? And that is everything done in Thavnair. Now, as I say, I'm going to check Res at hand quick, but I think we're done. Almost 4 hours. My first stream in a month. Oh, God, my throat hurts. Oh, it started hurting after like an hour, but I soldiered on. Oh. It would really help if this loading screen didn't take forever. Right, no quest there either. So, I don't know when I will be streaming again just yet. I will be streaming again now, here and there, so look forward to that. As I say, I intend to try get more of the side quests done, so they will be streamed because they go to YouTube, so I have to stream them. I can't just avoid that. But thank you for everyone who is watching. It's actually been quite a good stream for my first one back in a month. I hope you all have a great evening, and I will see you in whatever is my next video. So, have a great day.